I want to talk about something.
All right.
I'd like to say something. I thought, wait a second, could it be? And now I know for sure. I just added 2 more guys to my Wolfpack.
Good evening, all you fellow wolves out there, and welcome to Wolfpack Wednesdays, episode 102. Too sweet to my boys, DLO, Brick, Artemis, and of course, you out there in the chat. Thank you guys so much for spending another Wednesday with us. Whew, we got some news. Last week was light. We did our favorite trilogies, which was fun. Kind of ripped us apart a little bit. Took all week for us to kind of mend back together, just for tonight, to really let loose on Artisan, Scarlet Witch, Star Wars, Predator. We got it all tonight. So hopefully you guys are having a drink, sitting back, relaxing with us tonight. If you're catching the replay, if we can be your guide to work, that is what we are here for. We are here to entertain, and we are here to have some fun. Brick, Artemis, DLO The Collector. Hope you guys are doing well. Before we get going, I do want to say something just out of respect for the community, out of respect for someone in the community that we lost, Classy Thomas, a.k.a. SpongeBob SquareBalls. I know I've seen him in my chat a few times. I never got the pleasure to really talk to him one-on-one, stream with him like I know Brick Artemis did, but kind of heard from around the community that he did pass away, and he was a big part of the community. I've heard stories from people that have streamed with him, you know, Geo, Ben Thomas, Brick. So definitely, like, I feel the loss for him, for his family, but also for you guys that, you know, got to kind of hang out with him. So I just want to say out of respect for me and my family, we're praying for him and his family. May he rest in peace. But Brick, if there's anything that you just wanted to say really quick before we get going, or DLO, have at it.
I'm never really good at these things because I'm a guy that likes to, you know, tear up and stuff. So I won't make it too long, but Classy Thomas, SpongeBob SquareBalls, had a lot of good times with him over on the Movie Canon stream, watching his streams on other people's platforms such as Ben Thomas. He was such a good man. Anytime that I had like a bad day, and that happens more often than I let show. I would go onto the Movie Canon stream on a late Sunday night, getting ready for a long week. But that man knew how to make everyone laugh and feel like everything was good. And, you know, that's special to the community. When I heard he got sick, and then he still came on the show when he was feeling better, on people's streams like that, just shows how much love he had for everyone around. And, you know, today just shows how much everyone loved him back. And, yeah, to SpongeBob SquareBalls, to his family, Mr. Classy Thomas, you are missed.
Well said, Brick. Well said. Yeah, I personally didn't know the gentleman personally, but obviously, I can't even talk today. Sorry, but his light in the community was definitely will be missed. I got a chance to see a very great tribute done by one Mr. Ben Thomas show. Absolutely just beautifully done. So my hat goes out to you, sir. Obviously, I know you guys were very close, and it just goes to show you that as a community, when someone as positive, someone as beloved is unfortunately taken away from us,
Right.
we definitely feel it more. I think as a hobby, as a community, sometimes we kind of get in the way of ourselves, and I think sometimes we let our negative thoughts take over way too much than it needs to. Sometimes we're driven apart by the hobby, but a gentleman like Mr. Classy Thomas there definitely was a positive, truly special type of person in the community. So he will be missed, and but he will not be forgotten, because I think he brings a great message of what we can be as a community if we cared about each other, loved each other as much as you guys cared about him. So yeah, this episode is dedicated to Mr. Classy Thomas. You will definitely be missed, and he just shows us that there's still growth that we all need to do here, because I would like to be a better person like that man. So you will be missed.
Sure. Yeah, it's really easy to think about negative stuff and get caught up in the day-to-day and just kind of be downer. And I'm not saying we're gonna be all positive tonight, like we're gonna critique things, but like being negative in life, and just from what we've seen from him, he just always had that positivity and that that sunshine kind of shining through his soul and whatnot. So if we could all be a little bit more like that, I think we'd all be better off. So well said, both of you. And I think we owe it to him to just really have a really good time, like you said, in his name. Dedicate this show to Classy Thomas, and let's all have a really good time talking about the hobby that we love tonight. Having said that, let's check in with the chat and see who's joining us tonight. We got 52 to start this great show. Hit that like button, comment, let us know you're watching. We'd love to hear from you. This is the show where, hey, you guys are just as much a part of the show as we are. So let us know you're here in the chat. We got AJ in the house. Good evening, friends. I'll have to catch you all on the replay, but have an amazing stream. I'll catch all of you soon. So I heard from sources that it is his birthday today. So happy birthday, AJ. We hope you had a great day. Hope you have many, many more birthdays, and appreciate you watching the replay. Happy birthday. We got Adric23 channel member. Hello, collectors. Too sweet to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. The House of Collectibles, Flavio himself, was our guest last week. Appreciate him being back. We got Valkyrie Magnus, a diehard channel member, here every single week. Good evening to you, my friend. We got the 12-inch Moose Dream. Hello, community of collectors. Condolences to the Clark family and all who lost Classy. Well said, my friend. Appreciate that. We got another good friend of the channel, Batman Collectibles, channel member, Evening Wolfpack panel. Looking forward to some good topics tonight. Yes, I've been talking to this guy a lot on the side, just about 89 Batman. It's always good to have those old heads around where, we still love the classics. I know DLO, you're part of that too. And Brick too, we all love 89, but this guy's a die. Yeah,
no, it's great. I love 89.
Still in the realm. It counts. It's in that realm.
I like 89.
Yeah, 89's good. We got Brad Cormack, channel member. Good evening, Wolfpack. Too sweet. My father, Django. Hello. Too sweet to you as well. Flavio letting us know we're late. Hey, I think we were more on time than we were last week, but nonetheless, here we go. One Adam 12 channel member. Hello, Wolfpack. Mama Wanda has her eye on you. Too sweet.
I wish she did.
Praying for a bricky hot take. I think tonight you might get a Jedi hot take. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Wait, so am I going to be the good cop tonight? That's interesting.
You might.
Okay. Well.
I'm not going to be the drunk.
We got collecting obsession. What the hell's that supposed to be?
Down drunk brick.
Oh, hello all. Let's fucking go. Let's go indeed. Clinton Martin, hello. Good to see you all here for a Wednesday night show. Doc Bat, hello, my friend. Universal Key, channel member. The Movie Canon, hello, Geo. Thank you for being here, my friend. I hope you're hanging in there as well. Tighter FL, our Floridian friend. What's up, everyone? Did the May dry up the Star Wars announcements for the next couple months? I think maybe. Yeah, maybe. They gotta get As much as I don't want to agree with Brick, it's been a while since Marvel, so I think they got to hit some of that up too a little bit. We have the man himself, the Ben Thomas Show. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here, Ben. Hope you're hanging in there as well. Curtis Booth. Hey, my collecting brothers. Hope everyone's having a good day. Another friend of the channel. Field the Burn. Well. Hello, beautiful babes. Hello there, my friend. Hope you're having a great week. We got Chris Collins, Evening Wolfpack, ready to roll. Let's go. You guys are killing it in the chat. Killing it. We got Striker 47, too sweet. Wolfpack, hopefully with them releasing Hera, Syndulla, we can possibly get from Revenge of the Sith only, or Ayla Secura in 6 scale form. I hope I said that right. Yeah, Chris is sad to hear that. He was a great guy. I always loved when he was on Ben's show. Rest in peace. We'll always remember him. We got Jose Plus joining us tonight. Hello, my friend at Field of Burn. What's going on, Jose? He says, I'll always miss you, Classy. Got Chris Santos. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing good. Prime time reviews. This guy hit me up via text yesterday, and I'm like, oh, shit. It's been way too long. I'm glad he reached out. He's actually coming to town in August for a meeting. So I'm going to try to meet up with Brandon from Primetime Reviews sometime in August here. So I'm excited.
Same time as me?
I don't know. He hasn't given me dates yet. If so,
that'd be cool.
We'll
That'd
see.
Be cool.
We're planning on DLO coming over around, I think, the 6th through the 9th or 10th, something like that. Yeah, if that worked out, that'd be awesome. So let us know, man. We got Darth Kibbles. Glad to catch the show live tonight. Wonder if Rick has a hot take for Scarlet Witch. Oh, man, it's going to be fun. We got Silly Vanilli, Brandon Mosley. What's up, my dudes? What's going on, Brandon? Thank you for being here. Joe P, hello. My T-Wolves are laying an egg, so let's talk, folks. I forgot they were playing tonight, but it doesn't look good. I know it didn't look good before tonight's game, so that's unfortunate. I do think it's probably going to be Pacers, Thunder. It's looking like it. But don't tell DLO that. We got Big Rib. What's up, fellas? That's awesome. You're dedicating the show to Classy. It's the least we could do, in all honesty. Derek, good evening, Wolfpack. Order my jazzing tumbler, Penguin, and BTAS Batman. Good week for Batman collectors. Am I right, dude? I'm kind of feeling a little sad. I've had the taste of Jazz Inc., and I just don't have the room for a tumbler anymore. So, like, feeling a little sad, a little jealous of everybody that's picking that up. But I'm gonna get the Penguin. I just don't know which one yet. Either of you in or out on the Penguin or still undecided?
Ooh, hot take early for Rick. Here we go.
I'm so out. I'm not going to say anything more.
15 minutes into the show. Brick, you have something you want to say first?
You
I'm
love
out.
Batman Returns. How
I love Batman Returns. It's my favorite Batman. I'm out.
Oh,
dude, it's like
how long
has
he talked about these villains? Almost as long as us.
It's a lot of money.
Why don't you just get the standard?
Yeah, that's
still
not
a lot
bad.
of money.
That's not that. No.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting an Artisan Penguin, bro. That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Yeah.
I'm good. I got the standard Catwoman. We'll see.
Dude, you can't have Catwoman, not have Penguin. It's either you're all in or you're all out.
Justify paying.
I'm not even comfortable. I don't even know what I'm going to pay for Catwoman.
Penguin.
Guys, I don't even know what I'm going to pay for Catwoman come 2026. Like, her price can go from $500 to or $580, whatever she was, to like $900 by the time.
What did you get, by the way?
What'd you get? Which one?
I got the Battle Damage Deluxe with 3 sculpts.
Ooh, you went all in.
See, I just went.
Yeah, because I was excited. I guys, I don't think. Look, Jazz Inc. does some crazy good stuff. Catwoman looks amazing. Pre-ordered her. His vehicles look great. I don't see it in the Penguin. The animated Batman looks great. I personally don't see it. For me, I don't see it for the Penguin.
One question.
And it's expensive as hell. If it was cheaper and I knew for sure what I was paying, it is.
But
expensive.
You're kind of going the all-out version here. Like, if I went and got the all-out Penguin, it'd be like $1,000, which is a lot of money.
No,
but
it's
if I
just like
it's like
$1,400 for the like the whole set, but and that's if it actually. I'm not even pre-ordering sideshow shit right now. Like I don't know what I'm paying at the end of the day.
One question.
You know what I mean?
Hot Toys never makes Penguin. Will you regret not picking Penguin up?
I don't think he looks good.
Ooh.
Hot take.
Should have started with that. Should have led.
I don't. He looks fine. He looks okay in some angles. I just personally, for the price, I don't
think it's a bad price compared to what Hot Toys gives us.
I'll be honest with you. I mean,
I trust Hot Toys.
I don't think Brick's going to miss out, though. I think Hot Toys is going to make it here. Did you guys? I mean, I know you guys don't look at statues very much, but did you guys see the J&D 1/3 scale statue with Michelle Pfeiffer and Catwoman?
Oh yeah,
Yolena one. Have you seen that?
Gosh, yeah,
dude. All the companies are coming around to returns. I think it's a matter of when.
Hot Toys. Do you think Hot Toys is the only one of the biggest companies out there, and they're not going to get it? Like, there's no way they didn't get it.
Well, don't get it twisted. They could be like, nah, we got better things to do. They can always do that.
Sure, they could, but that'd be dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I
want to be the first dumb thing Hot Toys done. In fairness, in their defense of being dumb, never count them out of being dumb.
Never count them out. I mean, they don't think like a human thinks, so.
Yeah,
I don't know if they think like a business thinks, but anyways, good to know from Brick. Good to know.
But who knows? In 2 weeks, I might pre-order them because that's who I am. Who knows?
That's all you have to say.
Maybe the other Brick will order it.
Yeah, maybe
my other personality.
You know we're sick. You know it's who we are.
But to answer your question, Graham, you said you're out. You asked, you weren't sure.
Oh yeah. The next one.
Or are you going to ask DLO that question?
I was just going to ask him if he was getting one, but go ahead.
If I were to get one, I think I would get the mayor outfit.
Is that the smiling one?
Yes, he has the grin.
Yeah,
I like the mayor outfit, but I don't like the smiling.
But I also like the sewer one because I feel like it will go with the penguins better.
See, I prefer the sewer one. If I was picking one or the other, I like the sewer one too. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Stuff though.
All right. Good convo early on. Good little icebreaker.
I didn't want to get ripped apart right away.
I think it looks terrible. What did I say?
Don't rip me apart, but
18 minutes into the show. Shit.
Not say it sucks.
Hot take Brick.
Hot take. We got Sadan's Collectibles. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Hammer of God. What up, Wolfpack? Hello, my friend. Always good to have you here. J Toys, Wolfpack Wednesday, let's go. Too sweet. I'll let you know the dates as soon as possible. Would be awesome to meet up with all of you guys. Hell yeah. How much is the Penguin? So the base version is $299. Obviously, you got to go through kit or spec fiction. With kit, the all-in price, no tax, no shipping afterwards, but it's like $380. It's in the higher threes, $370 something maybe. Something like that. So that's actually not bad when that's all in, because a lot of these, Chewy is $430, Scarlet Witch is $4 something, and then that's not shipping and tax either. So like, it's not too bad when you break it down, but if you're not in love with it, you're not in love with it. Batman Collectibles says Mayor Penguin. I don't need all those accessories and extra crap that'll never get used. I'm kind of the same. It's kind of when I went with the basic Catwoman too. I just needed her. I don't need 2 Catwomen either. So you're getting multiple head sculpts, but not the 2 figures.
Yeah, I'm getting the multiple head sculpts for the battle damage because I figured if Hot Toys does a Catwoman, it will be clean.
Gotcha. We got Jazzy in the house, channel member. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well this week.
DLO.
Hammer of God says, agree, Brick, something's off in the relation to the price point with that Penguin. Darth Kibble says the Penguin price is crazy expensive. Part of me thinks third party 1/1/6 kit is better deal. Is that the one with the rubber head where people squish the head? I think that one actually doesn't look too bad. I think the hat was the problem.
What's that third party? What's it? Eternals or something like
Eternal
that?
Toys or something?
Yeah. That's the one.
Feel the burn. My God, Brick, what do you want? J&D, baby, it's coming home.
Underrated comment there.
How much was the Jazzing tumbler? I believe 13. Is it 13.99 or 13.49?
Yeah,
There's different
1400.
versions. Yeah, so 1400 before shipping. Actually, not terrible considering most of their other vehicles in the past have just been a straight 1500 bucks. We got Hawkworth Toys in the house. What's up, gentlemen? What's going on, Uncle Ray? Too sweet. If you guys want to save yourself 5% on his eBay store, you can see the link in the description below with the code Wolfpack Summer 5. Save yourself 5% on a regular priced item. Tell him the Wolfpack sent you.
Graham, that actually reminds me. That's probably the very reason why I can't get a Jazzing tumbler, even if I wanted to. Because remember talking about last week, like I was thinking about a dewback, and if I get a dewback, I'm not going to have a room for a tumbler. Well, looks like your boy ain't got no room for a tumbler. Because
A second tumbler.
Right, in fairness, the Jazzing one, I have one, but can't get the camo one, unfortunately, because I got myself a dewback
Yes.
Very nice.
from Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray hooked him up.
He's
Dude, you're gonna be so happy with
tough
that.
negotiator, that man. But yes,
We should
Get a
do
dewback.
a live unboxing.
why?
Why not?
It's a fake dinosaur with a stormtrooper. It's
You might
fun.
have to feed him. He's so big.
Dinosaur.
Why don't you
Dude, he's cool.
leave a clip to your review if you already done, and we can save ourselves and
All right.
everybody else.
Well,
the
you
trouble.
know, it's just fun. I like seeing you open stuff up like it's Christmas again.
It's exploiting my happiness. What else is new?
We got Mike
I could just
Literate.
be in the background of the hot takes,
Gentlemen.
taking it.
Yeah.
Fake dinosaur.
See, I figured I would just narrate him and what he's doing and, you know, just all that stuff. But fine. Don't want to. That's fine. We got Mike. Good evening, Mike. We got Big Dog Pound 1. Woo! What's going on? Welcome to episode 102. RIP. Classy Thomas. Appreciate that. We are almost caught up. X-Man Supreme is in the house. I gave a chick a do-bag last night. Ayo.
Oh,
Don't want to know. We're on a need to know basis, and we do not need to know.
Trying to
sir.
figure out how to do that. Do back.
You don't even
don't
get
know
the
by
monocle
now.
or cigarette with the standard penguin. That sucks. That does kind of suck. Gatekeeping, man. Gatekeeping.
I did not know. Honestly, I did
I
not
didn't
know
know
that
that.
piece. I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
Feel the burn. Got the tumbler on order. I swear to God, it's the last vehicle I get.
Sure.
Mm.
Mhm. You know what's bad though? What's
a
really
nickel.
bad? You guys know me and Brick. It goes back to I know what I am type of thing. You know,
Mhm.
sick individual. But I was like
Go on.
thinking, man, I could just get rid of that TV stand again and just put like some custom size modu cases where I could just put all vehicles.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Be
That
cool.
I'm thinking about that already. Like, because I'm not supposed to be buying any more cases. So,
TV's
But-
overrated.
the issue with that though is what am I going to put in the bottom cases, you know, because it's so hard to view the bottom rows anyways, and I don't like having a ton of figures down there because they're just harder to see. So I don't know if I'll ever do that or not, but
Get two tumblers. Get the black one and the camo one.
right, I don't know.
Ooh.
I think the
It's
the
sick.
only vehicle that
Dangerous
I would
being friends with us. We got ideas.
the only vehicle I would buy, I'm saving up, or I'm not saving up for it, but I'm saving my space for it. So if anybody ever did Jurassic Park, whoever does that
The
first,
Jeep.
yep.
You want the-
I want
You
either
said
the,
that before.
either the Jeep or the whatchamacallit, the bigger one, bigger car. You got the Jeep, and then you got the
The
help me out.
SUV.
The bigger SUV. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
I would
yes.
definitely get that.
Yeah,
100%.
That would be cool.
it's a possibility.
Cool.
That'd be a unique.
Because
piece.
that's a cool,
Pretty
just
cool.
standalone piece. Like you don't
Yeah.
even really need dinosaurs or, you know, any
Just get a
characters
dewback.
in the movie. Just do back.
The do-back is actually not terribly big.
That's good to know. Mine comes in on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, you can build easily around it. It's not going to take up a whole case. So, yeah. Mike says, I'm number one. So, yeah, YouTube has like this new stuff with like this crown and a number by some of your names. I don't know if it's like how much you watch. It's some sort of leaderboard. How much you watch, how many super chats you've given. There's like this community button.
Interesting. That's
So
new.
like Mike has 75 XP, Movie Can has 75, X-Men has 75, but I couldn't. Here, there's a question mark. Okay. It says, what's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats, and super stickers. So I'm guessing it's how much you're active in the chat, and then if you're sending any super chats or super stickers, I'm sure you get like even more XP. So that would be that. I have not set that up. I think it's a new thing.
What a sales pitch.
Oh man. But Valkyrie with the $4.99 super chat. I need to be number 1.
Make sure to do that every week, and you will be.
Yeah, I mean, dude, thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm glad I at least got one super chat because I kind of revamped the super chat thank yous. I still got the old ones in there, but Brick and I saw Post Malone last week, and it kind of got the juices flowing. And he's such a cool guy, and he's very humble and thankful to his fans. So I got to be thankful too.
Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. Thank you for having me. This is so cool. And I'm sweating my ass off for no reason. But this is like a dream for me. So thank you guys for having me on the show. And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for listening to me and having me. Thank you guys.
Dude, that guy is so nice.
Thank you so
I cannot
fucking much.
I cannot believe he said thank you after every single song and like bowed. Guy
Right.
is super nice.
Very cool. So, yeah, I got that one and a couple more. So, yeah, feel free, guys, to get your yourself on the leaderboard. We got Christian Crosshair Cooper, channel member. What's up, guys? What's going on, my friend? What are we talking about with XP and leaderboards? Yeah, this is like this new thing that's popping up. Because I asked these guys, I'm like, what are these crowns for? X-Man, you're number 3, so I mean, you're obviously active in the chat, so that definitely helps. We got
Graham
Ryan.
created it to get more super chats.
Yeah, right. I
Who's
created
number
it. So,
2 then? Who's number 2?
let's see here. 1 is Mike. 2 is the movie
Jose.
canon. 3
Jose
is
Plus.
X-Men.
I see here.
So
This is what it says in the chat.
I don't know.
Weird. And Flavio's
Where's
number 3 as well,
Valkyrie though?
too.
He just gave a super chat that should get him some
Maybe
vote.
there's a bunch of people that are tied because they're got the same
Maybe.
experience.
Jazzy, we got you. We are actually going to start with Predator tonight, then Star Wars, then Marvel. So unfortunately for you, you got to stay, or I guess you could take a potty break in the middle. But yeah, we got other stuff to talk about other than Star Wars. So if you're not a big fan, don't worry, we got you covered. But there will be some. And dude, it's Hera Syndulla. Like, you got to be here for this. If you've been watching the show, you know that we've got to talk about. Hold on. Wait for it. That.
Controversy.
Controversy. Yeah, Post Malone goated. All right. I don't like the numbers. Yeah, I don't know. But
Same color.
okay, I lost my ranking. Maybe you shouldn't give super chats, even though it says you should. I don't know. Maybe it's just got to update. Let me check one more time. I don't know.
Oh, he did.
All right. Maybe just give more super chats. I don't know. All right. I'll stay for the cakes. Yes, you will. Ewan McGregor is a lucky man. Gives you the chills, man. All right. Let's start talking about some figures. This was one that Hot Toys teased for a long time. And this was like that last one from like that showcase that they had with all these 2.0s and Jar Jar and all that stuff when they finally gave it to us. So here it is. Let's take a look. This is branded Predator. So is this a 2.0, gentlemen, off of that old Predator? Because the classic one is from Predators. So I'm assuming this is replacing that original one. Am I correct in saying that?
You're correct in saying that.
Thank you very much. Who's getting this right off the bat? I just want to know who's getting this. Me.
Oh, Brick, you're getting this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm happy.
My only
I'm happy Brick's getting
feral
it.
predator can't be my only predator in the collection. I got to get this, but I do have complaints. But I will get it.
That way too, you have a start and a finish.
Yep, I have a start and a finish.
At least to this point.
To this point.
I'm not gonna lie. I know there were some people saying it's inaccurate. I don't know what those inaccuracies were. If you guys want to let us know in the chat, we're gonna talk just about what we see with the figure, what we like, maybe what we don't like. But let us know too what you're thinking. But DLO, let me start with you on this one, and then Brick, let's just jump in from there once we kind of get our wheels going. But DLO, what are your thoughts as we look through this thing?
Well, my first thought is I never thought I'd be around to see this happen. For starters, this was a dead franchise for Hot Toys for years now. So the fact that I don't have to go back and get a terrible body 1.0 with cracks and rips and all, that's nice. That's a nice feeling I had. So honestly, this was one of those things where like you never thought you'll get it and you never wanted to pay the price to get it. So you always just kind of like made peace of fact you'll never get it in your collection. So for me, it was just like, man, like I want one, but I just don't want to pay the price to go back. And since they're so old, like what's the point? So getting a chance to get a 2.0, look, errors and all, I'm still 100% in. Like I gotta have this in my collection just because when am I ever gonna get another shot at this again? So, I mean, I know there's inaccuracies, but I also believe that from what's been pointed out by specifically people that I've heard from like Connor, I watched Connor's video from Hot Toys Hotline. Yeah. Shout out to him. I saw his video. He pointed out because I know he's a diehard Predator fan, so I trust his judgment on that there. So definitely, I can see his point with a lot of those inaccuracies there that he's pointed out in his video. This feels like this is an early get everybody excited promotional photo, not necessarily what the final product will be. Because even when we saw it, I forget if it was which like show it was at that we saw it for the first time. It looked really bad. I can't remember, but
it was basically the Predators one, just on a base.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, so they're still working on this, but that might happen one day. So that's cool. But then it came out this year, and I still saw the inaccuracies. So I'm guessing this is kind of a let's get people excited about Predator. You know, we're doing things like Alien right now. Let's get people interested in these IPs and revive them. So that way, if they, you know, they support these, maybe we can go down the road and get more. I think Feral Predator was one thing, but I think to get a classic Predator, that's going to really get the diehards into it there. Yeah. And the people who missed out, like myself. So this is kind of weird. I'm usually the guy who is like, oh no, another 2.0 ruined, but I never got this one. This one never was in my collection. So for me, it looks good from here, but if they do the improvements, put in the actual rolling eyes, by the way, the rolling eyes aren't in this image, by the way. That's one comment that people have made. So it's going to have purrs, but it's not in this particular photo. Okay. It looks like they're painted. But yeah, for me, I mean, look, I'm just grateful to be here. $300 for the regular, $340 for the exclusive with the
not terrible.
With the other head sculpt, the mask they have there, the biomask. Thank you.
Yep.
Like that's a real bargain because I think the Feral Predator was like what? It's $400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be completely transparent. I said I was gonna get the Feral Predator. I'm not getting it anymore.
Hey-yo.
We get this one here. Like I'd rather get this one where I'm more attached to for $340 as opposed to the Feral Predator, which I absolutely love. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the Predator. Right. It's one of the Predators. So if I already had this in my collection, I would then go out to pick up the Feral Predator. But I feel like my priorities have shifted now that this is official. I 100% want to get this one instead, and then maybe down the road pick up the Feral Predator. But I don't think I really need to, so it might be a long shot for me to pick that up.
X-Man poking the bear. So 2.0 is okay when it doesn't affect you. Interesting. LOL.
Like how he added the LOL.
He added the LOL.
You know? First of all, Mr. Smarty Pants here.
I mean, he's joking.
I got a bone to pick with you because you always got some hot takes when I got something to say over here, my man.
He's always.
So I got Wolverine claws too, so careful. Now, the whole thing about the 2.0, listen, I've made peace with it. It sucks. It's irrelevant. If I'm going to be here, that's just part of the game. So it is what it is. But for me, this is a rare win where I don't have to be myself and complain about a 2.0 replacing mine. I get a 2.0 just like everybody else. So I guess the question is, am I not allowed to be happy to get this? Question to you.
Let me piggyback off of you because I have the Predators Jungle Hunter, the classic, and I am excited for this as well. And you guys know me, I get pissy all the time about these 2.0s.
Yeah.
You guys say I'm like the 2.0 magnet, so I'm sure people saw the Predator and like, oh shit, another one for Graham that is getting 2.0. But I'm happy too because, well, that was my like third figure in the collection. It's getting to be dated just a little bit, but I can keep that one, use it as a Predators figure because I actually really like that movie, but one with the biomask on, one without. You can have different looks. So like, even if you do have some of the original Predators, I think you still could get this. You have a diorama base, you're getting all the new technology, but you're also getting, it's just going to be a better figure overall, but then you can do different looks too. So I'm definitely in on this. I'm excited, but there's one thing we need yet, and that's Dutch. Any chance we get Dutch?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we have Arnold's likeness right now, kind of, but man, that's a tough one. I don't think we do, but I guess I wouldn't. I guess I would be surprised if we did. I mean that would be. I would definitely buy it day one. Because I would love to have it with this figure, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one to really. I feel like with these movies we don't get. I mean, for the first Alien we did, right? We got what's her name? Now I want to call her Rain because of Romulus. But what's the character's name from the first Alien movie in Aliens?
Ripley.
Thank you.
Ripley.
Yeah, but I mean, we got her, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of far out there if we get a Dutch. I don't know. There's just something that says no, but I'd love to have it.
We're getting a T100 from T2. You don't think it's just copy paste, same actor?
No, I think 100% it would be. And I guess that's why I wouldn't be too surprised, but at the same time, I don't know. We've gotten so many Predators in the past and we never got a Dutch. Why now? You know?
Why any of these things right now, quite frankly.
I know.
These things roll in the graveyard or just completely put out the pasture. And then one day Howard woke up and said, you know what? I want to stir shit up.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, dude, the community would be ecstatic, right?
Can you imagine what things are in Howard's vault right now as we're speaking that we all want and think we're never going to get? And he's just like waiting for the right moment. Like,
he's like 17 figures from now.
He's just blindfolded picking one.
Like, you guys are missing the glaring clue in your face here. So what does Hot Toys always do when the competition releases something the community is excited about?
Oh yeah,
there you go. You completely forgot about their marketing 101s. Anytime
every time NR announces something, it's like, whoa,
Jazzing Penguin, Jazzing Tumbler. What did you say? Predator? Here you go. Sure.
Well, NR recently, they announced that one
Doran,
that little rat thing. Well, and that too. There's like a little rat thing from Wukong or whatever, a new
Lord
character.
Lord of the Rings is my favorite trilogy.
But then Lord of the Rings. Well, Lord of the Rings too, or The Hobbit. But yeah, and then all of a sudden they just drop 3 figures, like all these huge announcements before the beginning of
coincidence, my Brickmeister?
Right.
I think not.
Right.
So yeah,
it's good to have Mike in the chat too. He's funny. But really quick, Tighter FL with the $9.99 super chat. You guys are too generous to the Jedi here. Jedi on the leaderboard. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. More a Sith move. He is trying to get himself on that leaderboard. And as he's doing that, Mike says, back off, Tighter. But I don't know, man. $9.99. That might get it done. Dude, thank you so much for that super chat.
Thank you so very fucking much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Ooh, language.
All right, so you guys are literally duking it out in the chat. Brick, you've had that hat the past couple streams. Switch it up. Oh man, now we're getting.
Hey, Flavio. Fuck off.
Okay, language.
I wore another hat. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You
I
said
won't say the
XOXO with
F-bomb.
love, bitch.
Wore the other hat on my stream with you yesterday, sir.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Dutch, you could do a couple different variants of Dutch too. You know, normal Dutch, Dutch with the bow and the mud would be sick. I've seen some customs of that guy, and that would be. I mean, DLO, Brick, we've talked about it. Arnold, it's like our childhood. So
Yeah.
like, need more Arnold.
Need more on him?
It would be criminal if we get this and we don't get a Dutch.
It
For
would.
sure.
I think it'll happen.
That might be a day one pre-order for me. I don't do that very often.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hot Toys would make it limited to be jerks.
Oh, those jerks! And then they'll make it artisan, so I don't.
And
even
they
want
make
it.
it artisan just to piss off Graham.
Yeah, I'll be
Buzz cut artisan. I've seen it all.
Yeah. And all you see is the glue.
artisan double.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll get to artisan later. Don't you guys worry. 81 in the house. I can feel the energy just rising in a good way in this show tonight. I'm excited for this Predator. The biomask looks good. You got the bone necklace and the bone jewelry going on. This is going to be USB-C powered, which is a nice effect. You know, with these old figures too, you can't light them up unless you kind of jerry rig that around. So I think the head sculpt looks really good too.
Yeah. The base
the
looks
one-
like shit though.
There's one ugly motherfucker.
Which one? The non-deluxe or deluxe?
The deluxe. It looks terrible.
Let's get to that. But he is going to have interchangeable mandibles and separate rolling eyeballs. I think that's huge for a Predator figure because the old ones, like you said, they were painted. You could definitely tell they just weren't up to par. So I think that's going to really help the figure as well. Newly developed body, so they're kind of taking a chapter from the Feral Predator. They're going to do it for here, and why shouldn't they? So that's just going to help as well. 3 styles of forearm armor blades. This I do have a problem with because the old figures are die cast and these are plastic, and you can already tell from a little bit like it's bowing out a little bit. That's going to look bad. So that's a problem. I don't know why Hot Toys is like cheaping out all of a sudden on like accessories and stuff. Did it with Jack Sparrow. They did it with John Wick. You know, they're doing it with the Predator. It's frustrating because your prices are going higher, but yet you're kind of cheapening out a little bit on the good stuff. So what say you guys? You okay with that? Is that a problem? Am I just got to stick up my ass?
No. I mean, at first I was kind of giving them the benefit of doubt because like certain die-cast accessories could weigh down the figure and actually hurt the figure over time. But some of these things, like a sword for Jack Sparrow, something for John Wick, I mean, those are not very heavy accessories that would impact the condition of the figure. So I feel like they really are setting it really cheap for no reason. Because die-cast, for the amount of die-cast they're going to put into those types of accessories, it doesn't cost them a lot. And they're not saving a lot either. So it just feels like it's just really like, just give us something. You know, like we get it. You like to reuse parts. You like to, cut your margins. But, dude, throw in a stupid die-cast blade for Predator. Throw in a die-cast sword for Jack. It's not going to kill you guys to give us that. Especially like you said,
Right.
Graham, with the higher prices there. I think you guys can swing it. Like, you're going a little too far now into the. I feel like I'm trying to borrow money from my dad. Like,
I mean, this isn't NECA.
it's
Come
not
on.
that serious. It's $20 I'm asking for the end of the
Right.
week. Like, hook a brother up, But
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like that at all. Because that's the thing. Diecast has been marketed by and has been taught to us that it's very expensive, and it's actually not. It really is not as people say it is here. In fact, there's full figures. Comes on Transformers, for example. Figures that have way more diecast than anything that Hot Toys ever put in a single figure, and they're sub $200 figures for that. Meanwhile, Iron Man are $500-$600 depending on which one you get, right? So, so clearly, like, it makes you money, and it doesn't cost as much as you want us to lead us to believe it is. So, this is just being too cheap for the sake of just pinching pennies. It really is not gonna kill you guys to do that. So I'd like for that to come back. I'm kind of getting fed up of having no die cast anything anymore.
Right. I'm with you guys.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm glad we all agree. And let this be the last time we ever do that.
Yes. Okay. Jose wants us to read what X-Man said, but I don't speak Spanish, so this doesn't mean much to me. You guys can read it and laugh. But he says, hang on, I swapped the translation in Google and it's not what I said, LOL.
Yeah, maybe we should not read that.
Okay.
I mean, the first part is pretty you can read that and kind of get it right away.
Sure.
When he's trying to go.
Fabio's got a good point.
Can you guys actually read that though? I am curious. At least the first.
I could copy and paste it into Google Translate, but
oh no, it'd be funny if you said, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine." I'll chuckle.
Oh,
by myself. I'll tell you later.
All right. Tell us in the private chat.
Stupid. It's funny.
They really need to include everything in the deluxe, both bases, etc. I agree. 100% agree.
Yep, 100%.
There should be no reason not to get the deluxe.
Yeah, I mean, it pisses me off because we get these big bases and these deluxe. Like, what if you just want the deluxe to have, right? Because it's deluxe, and why not spend $40, $50 more to get the big base? And sometimes you can display it with that, and sometimes when you want to make space, you can put it away, but still have a base to keep your figure standing. When you're spending that extra money, you should get both. Just saying.
Yep.
Quinn says he'd rather have better sculpts, rolling roots, etc., than die-cast accessories. But what I'm telling you is, we can have both. It's not one or the other. It should be both, and it has been both. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason it should not be both. We should still have good head sculpts. We've had good head sculpts with rolling eyes. And
Deadpool's another one that they
die-cast. Yeah. You said Deadpool swords, Cap shield.
Oh, yeah.
Cap shield, I get, because that could be a heavy piece. But when it's a sword blade or like the forearm blades here, the gauntlet blades, I mean, come on. You did it with your figures 10 plus years ago, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll never understand the minds of Hot Toys themselves. So here's everything that you're going to get. I love the skull and bloody spine here. That's really cool. Brick doesn't like the base. I don't mind it.
I don't like the deluxe.
I don't like the
base.
print on the top though.
This one's fine. I don't like the deluxe base.
Oh, I thought this one.
Why is that? Is it because of the footprints larger, or why don't you like the deluxe one?
I feel like the trees. It looks like something I'd put in a lizard aquarium or something.
I'm gonna pull it up here.
Like, it looks very plastic, very fake. It's very cheaply made. We know that Hot Toys can make good dioramas. We know that competition makes great dioramas. Why are they cheaping out on Predator?
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing this one. See, here it is. You got like skulls. You have the biomask. Is that just stuff, accessories sitting on it?
Mm-hmm.
So he can, okay.
You get that with the deluxe, the skulls.
You got the
and stuff
knife
like that on there.
Like, that's something I'd put in my fish tank, you know?
But he's in the jungle. He's a jungle hunter.
That's cool, but make it look better. Don't make it look like a fish tank accessory.
What I will say, I don't like how they do this. So it's like not even like a shape. And there's really no place for him to stand very well. Like,
he has no room on it. Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what.
Well, and then he's
like
taller than
he's taller. Really,
he's taller than the tree. He's taller than the branches. It's weird.
Well, the tree's split.
I get that, but
I mean, it's a mini dio though, man. It's not like it's supposed to like take up your whole shelf. I mean, I think it's a nice, classy, compact.
That looks cool.
Mini dio. I don't have anything wrong with that one there.
Too plasticky.
I will say, I agree with both of you.
Wood.
I agree with what DLO's saying, because you want it to be compact.
Oh, sure.
And when you throw a bunch of shit on, it just kind of makes it look a little tacky. But I will agree with Brick, because with the classic Jungle Hunter, that base with like the weird skin on the posts and then the skull on there, I don't use that one at all, because
even the Jungle Predator base that we saw before that was like really green, other than the vibrant green colors, I thought it looked better than what we got here. You know.
I
But
don't know, man. Like those huge ones that came with like No Way Home and all that jacked up the price an extra almost $125.
I don't
Like,
need those.
I don't need those.
But
this
that
is-
Sandman base is like the coolest thing.
Maybe, but guess
Yes,
what?
it is
Sandman
cool.
just costs
It's
you
not
2 more
practical.
figures at display, so it's not exactly practical either.
No, I get it, but then you're giving me if I'm buying a deluxe, I don't want to stand that my
For
Predator
$40
can-
more.
For $40 more, sure. But I also don't get the base that my figure is able to stand on. I get the smaller, compact. It
You
looks
get the standard.
What I would have liked.
No, but I want the biomass.
So okay, so you got this is where it comes. You got to pay to play. So
Right.
I
you
will.
want your
I get it.
biomass,
Tell you what,
it's
I'll
always
get-
$40
I'm
bucks.
still getting.
No, I'll
I'm
get
still getting
standard.
the
You get
deluxe.
deluxe. Oh wait, no, I'd rather have the.
You're drinking
the
too
other
hard.
base.
You're drunk.
Yeah,
Blake.
never mind. Anyways,
I'm
takes-
drunk.
this base would be cool if it was like rectangular still, so there's a place for him to stand. You have a couple skulls, but then you just have the plants, just the foliage on there, and just a bunch of those plants, and that'd be that. Eh? I don't need
X, man. You could go outside and get some branches and shit.
just glue it on there. Yeah, that's the problem.
But
Is
then you don't
I
get
don't
the
like
mask.
bases
Were you
where
not
you can't
listening to what he
stand them
just
on
said?
there.
Oh,
mask.
man. That's awesome.
You just can't stand them on there. That's the problem. But nonetheless, this figure looks freaking awesome. I'm excited.
Same.
Screw those blades, but the figure looks great. Last question I have for you guys is biomask on or off with your Predator figure?
Off, but I need it.
Off.
I actually see this is one I actually do switch up from time to time. So it's a nice, you almost have 2 figures in one where you can switch it and do different looks. So it's good. Let's see. I did a poll. Let me see what the chat says about this figure. Are you getting or are you grabbing this Predator? 44 votes. 50% said not interested. 40% though said yes, and 9% said no, keeping the old figure. So pretty split for the most part.
Yeah.
But we're getting it.
Yep.
We're getting it.
That's that.
And aquarium apparently too, because it seems like I could build a nice little setup according to
Yeah.
Brick.
You can put him in an aquarium. He can be your little gecko.
That would actually be kind of
That'd be
cool.
Yeah.
Get like a
That
lizard.
kind of
or
would be
a
cool.
in there.
And
You know?
then just and then get like a Dutch sculpt and put it in the dirt where he's like covered up, you know. The rest of the body you don't need, you just put it in
Set
there.
up some booby traps, some logs
Yeah.
to just kind of like do this every once in a while.
Yep.
Connect.
Select some branches outside. You're
There
good.
you go. Yeah, just get a rock.
Just get a rock.
Just get a rock. A good one.
All right, guys.
Oh.
You've been watching the show for a while. Jazzy, not time for the potty break yet. It's time to talk about newly released Hera Syndulla. No, she's not a Jedi, but she could be. She could be my Jedi. Whew, here we go. Let's take a look at her. Some people have had some complaints about this one. Mostly the proportions.
Yeah.
I think
She got no hips.
for figure though, like, yeah, Jose knows. Yeah, hair talk. We're here for it. We are good to go. It is time. Gosh, I got mine through Underground Figures. I can't wait to get her. I kind of wish I could get it day one, but I know Ray's going to come through for me, so I just got to be patient. But
I wonder if I could use that body for Yolena. Might do that.
he's just thinking out loud here.
Just a random green body on
Let's
the
say that out
Yolena.
It'll be covered. It'll be covered.
I think she looks great. I sent you guys that quick short, that unboxing. I thought she looked good, proportions and everything in there too. I thought from some of the prototype photos, maybe the neck looked a little stubby actually, but I think she'll be okay. I think maybe it's that coat, but here's the gals together. Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
DLO, you getting this?
Yeah, of course.
The
Well,
disgust on his face.
it's like
Brick, I know you're kind of out on the line.
Yeah.
What about Hera?
Yeah, Hera is one that I've considered getting her and Chopper together. I don't think she looks bad by any means, but I don't think she looks all that. Again, we talked about the proportion, especially in the front. I kind of talked about that too before she was released. Like,
Oh my god.
it just doesn't, I don't know, it looks a little odd in the front. But her sculpt definitely softened up as well. But I think she looks good, really good either way. I think she'd look really nice next to Chopper and the collection, but I'm just not getting anything else from this line. So it's like, should I do that? Should I focus on like these Terminator figures and you know, the Alien and all that, and you know, Predator. I want better figures.
Gosh,
Wow.
you guys ever see The Notebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? When they're
If it's
yelling
not
at-
perfect, I'm gonna say it's not. But there's
It's not
flaws.
perfect,
I mean,
but-
you know what I mean? Like I said, it's a good looking figure. But yeah, there's some flaws there, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the actress's name off the top of my head. Do you guys remember?
From The Notebook?
No, from
Okay,
plays
I was
Hera.
like,
That's Rachel McAdams. I know that.
oh.
But
Yes.
anyways, I think she has very unique features. So I think just sometimes in figure form,
Nice way to put it.
it's hard to get that. Thank you, Jose. It's just hard to get that in figure form sometimes, and that might be me just copping out. I don't know, but
Jose, you're wrong. Her real name is Fiona Apple. Get it right. Get it right.
X-Man's still looking at the leaderboard. How did the leaderboard change like that? I have no clue. Valkyrie. Well, maybe I think it takes time for that super chat to go through, because now Valkyrie's number 1. So we got Commander Green in the house. Hera wasn't part of budget, but I might have to make it work. I agree. You should. Like, as perverted as sometimes we can be, as a figure, as a character, I really do think she was awesome in the show. You know, obviously, if you're a fan of Rebels too, you know, you got that going for you. But I think the figure just looks gorgeous, if I'm being honest. So we got Valkyrie trying to retain his number $1 $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Valkyrie, and the generosity. It's too much, really.
And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
That made me jump, bro.
Yeah, Mrs. Ewan McGregor. We got Fig Poser in the house. What up, fellas? You're in time for the Hera talk, so yeah, you don't want to miss that. I'm okay being a perv for Hera. Yeah, it's tough to
That's fine.
hide
normal.
that. You know?
You're among
As
friends.
Brick put it in the beginning,
Ever been with a green woman before?
I know who I am or what I am.
Just
So-
a simple man.
Anyways, how excited are you guys? Like, are you excited? Are you kind of like Brick's maybe a little bit, I don't know, let down or disappointed? But overall, what are you guys thinking? What stands out to you?
Well, first of all, let me say I'm excited overall because they're all starting to come out, right? So now it's finally reality, Ahsoka, Sabine. I mean, to just name a few. Now, Ahsoka Jr. Caller coming out here. I'm excited about her. For Hera, I mean, man, Hera, honestly, she looks fantastic.
Good.
Now, let's be real. Someone hit the shrink button on certain proportions, which I, for one, and this is totally unrelated, but as a collector, value accuracy. More specifically, askery.
Oh my god!
It's a thing. We just made it one. Go with it. I think the head sculpt looks great. I think the tailing looks good. I love the jacket. That's like one of my favorite pieces. I like that old school World War II kind of pilot jacket there. I think that's great looking. Proportion wise, I mean, it stinks that they're not the same, but I do want to make a point here. My first reaction was not as pleasant because someone's got to talk about these blogger photos. Because when I first saw her photos, I was like, they absolutely dropped the ball. That was my first reaction to it there. And then once again, folks over there overseas getting their figures in hand, posting videos, saved the day, because honestly,
MRC,
I was this close to saying I'm not going to get her when I saw the photos. Then I saw the video. I'm like, you just shoot terrible photos now. Like, you guys don't even try anymore. Like, honestly, it used to be like you get the blogger photos and like you're hyped up, you're ready to buy 3 of them. Nowadays, it's like
we're all pissing and moaning.
Yeah, you'd be lucky if I keep. If I don't cancel the figure anymore. It just, there's so much overreaction, and a lot of it is so much of Hot Toys just being absolutely lazy with these blogger photos. They're just bad. They really, really are getting bad. The Batman one, I thought I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, and then I saw a video. I'm like, this is actually really good. Why doesn't it look like this? And it's just, and we got another one. Wanda's another controversial one as well too.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to hers later. So
pissed off.
This is a PSA. Hot Toys, stop being lazy. Get some good photos in there. You want to drive up hype. You don't want to kill the hype for any of these figures over here, because your reputation has been taking a hit lately. You guys have been extra lazy lately, so cut that shit out. But the figure itself, man, I'm glad it wasn't as bad as the photos made them to be out. I like it a lot. I think the proportions aren't overly downsized. It's a little bit, but it's not.
See the hourglass effect a little bit, like the.
Okay, I didn't think that was where you're going to go with that, but I'm glad. Okay, yes, the hourglass. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
That's good. I was looking at you like the way you were moving your hands was like,
there's still that. It's still there.
Good gracious, man! This is
Might
a
not
family show,
But
no, listen, it's great, man. I mean, look, we got Ahsoka. We're waiting on, who do we have left? We have big ticket names. We have just Anakin, right?
Anakin.
The last major name, and Shin Hati.
Yeah.
So those are the last 2 big names to go, and I think we're all caught up on troopers and Mandalorians and robots, and yeah, I think these are the last. So we got 2 more to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is exciting, man. So
I'm excited.
Stateside, they need to get her to get here.
I'm excited to see her in person. For sure.
Faux show.
You got your chopper, right, DLO?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
So
how far into the line are you going? Are you getting?
I said it before. I'm getting all the major players. I'm skipping on all the extras, like the Enox and the zombie trooper, this, that trooper, that kind of just those miscellaneous things that like I can live without. But every main heavy hitter, they're gonna be here. So I've got Balin so far. I have Savine, I have Chopper, and now I'm waiting on Ahsoka the White, Hera, Ahsoka the Little, and Anakin, and Marak as well too. I gotta get Marak.
No, I just think, like, honestly though, if we're being serious, like as a figure, I don't see I think the head sculpt looks amazing, but the fact too that I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember what the species is called, but we've never had her species in figure form before. Like the green, when you get blue figures like Yondu, Thrawn, and a couple of these other ones, they really stand out in the display. Like this is gonna be no different, obviously, for who she is, but the green, the orange, it's gonna really just pop on your shelf next to Chopper. I'm super excited to get this, and I just think she turned out so good. The rolling eyes help a lot. You can do different looks with her too. So I'm super stoked. I hope you guys are on the chat too. Tider FL with the $1.99 super chat. DLO is going to do a Hera upgrade video. Hey.
I'll do it, and you simps will watch that. So I might do it. I might do it.
Oh, that might be your most viewed video.
I need to know your secrets, DLO.
Tider, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you very fucking much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, you guys you're too kind out there. Appreciate y'all. Barack Obama. DLO's adding cotton balls to those pants to add more accuracy.
Magician never shares his secrets.
Accuracy. There it is.
Unless you click the like button and subscribe.
We got Matt in the house. I hope InArt tackled Star Wars soon. I don't believe they can get the license for Star Wars. I believe they can't get any Disney. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got that locked up. Imagine if they did though. Like, can you? Oh my god!
Getting one Star Wars figure every 2
right,
years.
like 400 or 500 per figure.
Yeah.
Your trooper is
How-
300.
How long ago was Game of
500?
Thrones teased? You know,
I don't think they,
gosh.
if they even got that license, I don't think they'd be able to keep it because they can't keep up with it.
Yeah,
You know what
that'd
I
be
mean?
so
Like
much.
you have to have a certain amount going out in order to keep certain license. You know, like
I think they'd get the back and the support, but just I don't know if they can fit the demand. To be honest
Right.
with you,
yeah.
like I don't know. That's a tough one.
yeah, it's the hardest license to get.
Yeah.
Neil Horrific says, "Welcome to Morocco," and that's a good one. That's a good one too. Flavio #1. What did he do? Probably because of his Morocco Obama little message there. I bet that just
Jokes on
pulled
you.
him
That was worth
number
double
one.
points.
We got one Adam 12 with the $1.99 super chat. Ewan McGregor is a lucky man. He sure the hell is. I bet every time he comes home, he's like,
Mother of God.
what a guy. Thank you, one Adam 12 for the super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Gotta have him back on the show at some point here too. I'm number 9 now. What the fuck? I don't know how any of this stuff works.
This
so.
is very fun, though. I will say,
It is fun though, seeing
like Hunger Games, but for the chat.
right? Yeah. So I wish we could talk about her more because honestly, I'm super excited. I think she looks great. Any final thoughts for Hera? The line is looking great. Will the value hold up? Don't know. Like I think these figures will
Probably
be
not.
around.
Mm.
But even the Mando line, I think, was pretty damn good. It's just anybody can get them. I don't know.
Well, the nice thing about these is their representation and their looks are very similar to their looks in Rebels.
Yep.
So I feel like even if they do show up in other properties down the road, eventually some kind of costume change will happen. They'll be wearing something else and stuff like that. And they'll probably make a figure that. But I think this is going to be the ones you want. So like the Ahsoka line is kind of getting pushed to the side just because we've gotten so many announcements past Ahsoka. But I mean, the majority of these figures, if not everyone with the exception of Ahsoka the White, is under $300. I mean, I would buy them up, boys, because you're not going to see any lines under $300 pretty soon. So it's a great value. It's a great figure. They're all great figures. I 100% say go in on these over here because regardless if they tank in value or not, they're still going to be the best representations you're going to want to get of these particular
And
characters.
dual IPs, kind of like you said too. You know, you can have it on a Rebel shelf, you can have it on a Ahsoka shelf, whatever the case may be. I can't even keep up with the leaderboard. It is neck and neck, and now Jose is #1. So you guys just keep battling it out on there in the chat. Can you guys? I know you kind of mentioned like maybe the proportions aren't quite what they should be, but can you find anything though about the figure that you don't like? Because I know we like to be critical. We like to talk about what we like and obviously what they could have gotten better, but like for me, I'm struggling. I don't even know if I'd count like a leather coat because they really don't do that very much. But like, is there anything that you just don't like about the figure or that just is alarming? I don't know. Because I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see enough there. I mean, honestly, this may sound funny, but getting her thickness right was probably 90% of this figure for me. I know that sounds very horny, and it's not. It's just a matter of like
Is it corny or horny?
horny with an H. With an H.
Or ornery?
Yeah, ornery. No, I just feel like it's, I don't know, like, let's be real. She didn't do a whole lot on the show other than steal our hearts, right? Respectfully, right? So
Oh, she
I
did.
I just think, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you got her, like, this is one of those figures, if you got the proportions right, then the community would be happy. And I know that sounds kind of funny to say that, but like the marketing for this figure when it was announced was based around what we were all talking about while we were watching the show, right? So it's kind of one of those things where like our anticipation was to see if you got that part right. And honestly, that for most of us, that was pretty much the most important thing here. For obviously head and the body, right? Like
Right.
like us typical men, all right? But I mean, yeah, like every other guy in the world, right? But
The head and the body, baby.
head and the
All
body,
right.
you know.
I will say, I
So,
think her lips are a little, the lipstick or whatever I don't even know if she's actually wearing lipstick or what, but I do think, if I had a nitpick and find one thing, I do think her lips are a little too dark compared to what we saw on the show.
I'll admit I like the proto more. Like I feel like it looks more like her than this does. This feels like a face wise. If you look at the proto and compare it to this one feels like it's a combination of her, Mary Elizabeth, but also at the same time her Rebels CGI thing. Like I feel like Hot Toys does that sometimes, where they kind of blend the two characters together to kind of appease both people. You see, like that was the marketing the whole time. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. But
See, this makes me want to buy the figure.
I'm doing this pose. I'm serious. Obviously, I'm not going to face her from the back, but but I think this is a awesome pose too. So.
$5 he changes it the first day his wife goes downstairs to the
not going to
basement.
be with the ass facing me.
I thought that's what you're saying. That sounded like
it'll be this pose.
Rick, didn't that sound like that's what he was going to do?
Turn around.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Your wife's going to go downstairs
right
to vacuum downstairs. You're like, what's that?
Who's
I see that
that?
happening. No,
It's
but
weird too, because like some of the photos are different. Like the lighting looks different because her eyeshadow is like less. You notice that?
her cheekbones are a lot more pronounced and higher than what it was in proto. Like if you go, the proto was perfect.
Look at this.
Yeah, the proto was
How
perfect.
different there. Here it looks like she's wearing like almost no makeup. Just different.
She
I think
looks
it's
more
harsh lighting.
Rebels animation now than she did before. Kind of like the way they did with Mace Windu, where he's like a blend of episode 2
The eye's not
and
right.
Clone Wars of him. So
Lips are a little off too.
he hates his lips.
Hates the lips.
But she looks really good. She really does.
I can't wait to get her.
I don't
This
think
is-
they've failed on a single figure for this line. I really
No. I mean, honestly, they've done really well. You know, it's weird because I don't want to bitch about it too much, but like you can't get a Batman figure right to save your life, but you can get all the Ahsoka figures and all the, everything looking
I don't know,
awesome.
that BVS 2.0 is pretty good. Just saying. We don't need to talk about it anymore. It's fine. Looks good, baby.
The head sculpt looks good.
Looks good.
I think the cowl looks
Oh!
like trash.
Oh, the head sculpt looks good now.
Cowl looks like trash.
Okay.
I am what I am.
I am what I am.
I know what I am.
She
All
looks
right.
good though. She looks good though. I like
No,
She really
looks
does.
great.
I
And
actually
the-
like that pose right there where she's holding the bag like that. That's cool. I like that.
Holding the bag.
just another. The proto was fantastic, but slight downgrade. Not too bad.
What you knew would happen, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't
Well,
see much of a downgrade here though.
I
Young
think this is
Padawan
improvement.
Ahsoka.
Wait,
Another
you
one.
don't? Oh,
Another one that I'm getting.
I don't want to have a hot take then.
Brick.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to be the hot take guy. I thought we
I'm
were all on
assuming
board
you're
on
out
this.
on this one.
Yeah. And I think this one downgraded. I think it still looks good, but it definitely downgraded. I don't think that looks like the actress much.
I think she has such a unique face, and I thought they captured it really well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Graham. 1,000%.
Okay.
Like going through more of the photos, like the likeness is very good. I think it improved from the blog. I think it went the other way. I think these look better than what we were originally shown.
I think this is just great for Star Wars fans too. Like, obviously, like DLO and I aren't the biggest animated fans or anything like that, like Clone Wars or anything, but like we still respect like Ahsoka and some of these characters like Hera and Rebels and stuff. So like it's so cool to have like the live action form, but then also like be able to like kind of choose where you're gonna put these, like what cases they're gonna go in. Like, will they go with like prequels? Will they go with the Ahsoka line? Will they go with whatever the hell you want to put them with? Like, it's kind of cool to be able to do that with them. So I'm excited for this one too. This one I have pre-ordered with Uncle Ray with Hawk Wars Toys. So we'll get her with him. Got the goggles. Got Rex back there. So you don't like that head sculpt there, Brick? You don't
It's
think
better
that
in
one
this
looks good?
photo. It's better.
This
in
one
this
looks
photo.
better.
This is
Yeah.
lighting's better on this photo.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I think she looks great. I'll tell you, that flashback scene did so much for my intrigue with the Clone Wars. Like, because honestly, like,
Yeah.
I know Ahsoka has been very beloved for a very long time, but watching the Clone Wars for me, I just found her to be annoying. And I know some people agree with that, but I know as she goes on to other series, people find her to be a lot cooler. But like seeing and like understanding that, because again, animation for me, watching it, I didn't know she was like that young. To me, she just looked like she was a short woman. That's all it looked like in animation form. But when I saw that it was like a girl in the middle of this war, in the middle between episodes 2 and 3, and kind of getting the gravity of what her training is, that really made me get why people love the character so much, and that got me excited to get this one because I had the season 6 Clone Wars Ahsoka, couldn't relate to it, didn't like it, quite honestly, sold it, got one for free from Sideshow, sold that one too, didn't care. But this version right here, this one really put it in perspective. Like, oh, okay, I get why everybody likes the Clone Wars. I get why everybody likes Rebels so much. I get why Ahsoka has such a very strong fan base. Because, yeah, like her story is badass if you really put it in the context of what was going on in Star Wars at the time. So, yeah, I can't personally. This was probably my most anticipated from the line. So I'm super glad she's already out because I can't wait to get this one. I already called Ray from Underground because that's the Ray I pre-ordered from. So I already asked him today, like, hey, when is this coming? I got to know. So he's saying June.
You know
That's
what would be
he's done so
cool?
far.
With this actress gets a little older, and I'm saying a little by like a year or two, a couple of years. Like, in the next TV show they do is like what Ahsoka was doing during like Revenge of the Sith, or like a live action series about her, but kind of like where was she? Like that would be cool too, just to kind of fill in the gaps there. Just my thought.
That'd be cool.
You guys don't look very impressed with that, so maybe not, but I'd watch it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Good stuff.
I don't like
Rich,
the goggles.
you look so disinterested. Do you hate this figure? I feel like you do. Like the low key, you
Me?
don't want to say it. Yeah. You've had this look at
No, I think the figure looks fine. Like I said earlier, I don't think they've missed on any
Thank you,
figure.
Jordan.
I just think that there are certain pictures like we brought up in the blogger photo. Like they've sucked on blogger photos. We've seen it with BVS, but we've seen it ever since. And I go back to the first Yolena figure. It's the first time I can remember shitty blogger photos, and then the figure actually comes in. It's actually pretty good. What I'm trying to say is in these photos that we're looking at now, in hand videos, whatever, I'm sure it looks fine. But I just want them to make a young Anakin. Okay, if they can do this, I want them to do a young Anakin. That's all.
They probably will at some point.
At some point, yeah.
I pray to God that's after we receive like an Obi-Wan from episode 1 first, and
Right.
all the other more important figures. But at some point, I do hope they do make that 2 brick.
Yeah.
I started a poll, but it wasn't loading, so I got to do that again. But Clinton has a great point. There's like 4 Ahsokas, and not a single one looks like the other.
Right.
So if you're an Ahsoka fan, definitely can get some different looks.
I'm going to do the impossible. I'm going to do a full-on swap between. I think I might look for and possibly part out like an Ahsoka white from like Toys Anxiety and try to upgrade my original Ahsoka. I love that look for her. I like it way more than the all white look. Personally, I think I might go the distance and kit bash it. It sounds crazy and it's probably gonna be stupid expensive, but I think I want to do it.
Okay.
Thanks, Jedi. Thanks for being my friend.
Well, that's what you guys get for not being on board with my TV show idea.
In fairness, I was reading chat, and then I realized apparently you had this amazing idea the chat said, but I didn't hear the idea. So.
All right, sounds good. DLO, what are you doing with this figure in the display? Where's she going?
Oh,
with the Ahsoka line, with Clone Wars, with...
No. So I'm working on that's actually my new favorite project now. I'm working on consolidating my Clone Wars and my prequel trilogy figures into one, and I'm doing it in kind of in order. So blending in the time frames of the story there. So she's 100% going to be next to my Obi-Wan Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and then eventually I'm going to have the Anakin from the show to kind of complete that trio there. So they're going to be somewhere smack in my new trilogy or my prequel trilogy display cases. So it's going to look great.
Yeah, it will look great. I had an idea for her, and then I moved all my figures around. That's going to change. I actually think I'm putting her with my Bad Batch, and then Rex. Like her next to Rex, but then the Bad Batch kind of like fading behind him. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do, because that's really what I have for prequels at this point. So we'll see. But I mean, obviously, as the display grows, you know, things are going to move around and stuff. But I think that's how I'm going to like start her out, because she's just too good for me personally not to get. I'm not like a huge Ahsoka fan, but I feel like I'm a big Ahsoka fan. Where I
just
really
put her next to Captain Rex. That's all you need to do, bro.
Really enjoy the character. So and then we'll just have Bad Batch kind of behind them, because Bad Batch goes with Rex as well. Man, just looks so cool. So I'm excited. But seamless arms, of course. I think the likeness looks good. I love the outfit. I love the color palette of the outfit. I don't know. Again, like, obviously, head sculpts are subjective to how we see and process things. So for Brick, this might not look the best. But like for me, again, this is another figure I can't really find anything wrong, or that I think
some photos are fine. Some photos just don't look right. The angle, the lighting, whatever it might be. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine.
And I know she was young Gamora in, was it Endgame or Infinity War?
Both.
Has she done anything else? I thought I've seen her in something else.
Oh, she's done a lot, dude. She's done a lot. She did the Barbie movie. She did Borderlands.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's been kind of popping up everywhere. She's the new hit girl.
Keep in mind, we'll probably get another with Ahsoka season 2. Probably.
Yeah.
They can always do the other part of that flashback and redo the Clone Wars one and just make it this version with her as the actress. Yeah,
this sucks too. You need to do a lot of work.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot stand that new technology.
Kit bashing, dude, I got a quick story about that. Kit bashing is getting so out of control. That used to be like one of my favorite part of the hobbies there. But like, Jose, to your point, I recently got like a Moff Gideon head sculpt with that new neck adapter from the season 3 Moff Gideon, because I wanted it with the original Moff Gideon that I owned from season 2. And let me tell you, to track down a neck so that way it will work with that there was darn near impossible. I got lucky because somebody was selling the figure and I just threw it out there. I was like, hey dude, would you just sell it with just the neck alone? It cost me $50 just to get the neck.
Jeez.
Plus another $60 for the head sculpt. So you're talking about $110 for a neck and head because of that stupid thing there. Because I couldn't just get any neck. I had to get that neck.
I don't even think it's that good. Like, I don't see the point of it. Like, I would have thought they would have went more of the magnet route, but I guess sometimes the head would kind of slide or whatnot. But like,
well, I think it's because they don't want you to do that kind of stuff anymore with their figures. I feel like they want you to kind of like be forced to have to buy this in order to get that accessory.
But yet
they won't. I had to do.
But they won't make a good Batman or a cape for any figure like that. They don't care about,
or die-cast swords or any stuff that we talked about.
Right.
Like, yeah. But I mean, you're missing a point here. The point of doing that is it refrains from you being able to outsource and give anybody else your money except them. Right.
Right.
So you got to go through them to do it. If you want to upgrade your figure in Kit Basher, you're going to need to buy this figure because this particular like piece has this one specific adapter that you can only get on this.
And you know what scares me about that adapter? You're 100% correct. But what scares me about that adapter is we're getting that adapter for artisan figures with that hair. And if I fix the eyes a certain way and I put it on that neck adapter and it touches the eyes just a little bit, now I'm going to touch that hair again, pull off the head sculpt, do it over again. Remember what happened with Peter Parker, DLO, when you were over at my house?
Imagine
oh man, I saw Brick's soul leave his body.
But imagine that happened to an artisan figure where you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? You know,
It has, but yes, I can imagine it there.
you know what I mean? Like that's scary, and I think they need to fix that adapter. That
and also,
is
Brick, you
crap.
bring up me messing up your Spider-Man like at
No,
least
you
once
didn't.
a month. So I was like, how can I forget? Remember
He
that
messed
one
up.
time
He's
deal?
fine.
Yes, I
He's
remember that
fine.
one time.
He's fine.
Yeah, of course he's fine. It's not that big a deal. But I think I get it. When we first got those kinds of figures, it was a little intimidating to use those things. So, but
Heck.
yeah, no, but I get it, man. I get it. But I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. I don't agree with it either. I don't see the value in those things, quite frankly. We were able to get PERS before the adapters, so what purpose does it serve now? Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, kit bashing is getting harder, Jose. Like you're right. I would have to do a full body swap because the neck peg and the adapter that goes with it. Plus, I need another head sculpt. Yeah, it would be pricey. But I mean, that's the crazy thing about me. I don't want to wait for them to reissue and fix it, right? And then at the same time, technically, it's still cheaper because there's no way I'm going to get any money for the original Ahsoka. That thing is going for pennies to begin with, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so I might as well get the version I want with the figure I want that I already have in my possession now. But it's definitely not financially responsible. That's probably the one thing in this hobby I'm not very good at. I will spend money on parts, but I will bitch and complain about the figures being too expensive too. So that's my one guilt that I can confess I have.
With this new technology, though, do you think more of these like companies like Phison or whoever makes these cheap bodies, they're gonna probably start including like those adapters maybe that fit the Hot Toys head sculpts?
There's companies that do them now. They do 3D printing, and they actually do it now, and they make universal ones. But the problem is, there's not one that is the same as the other. They change those on almost every figure.
It's like a key.
So, yeah. It's basically without it, you're SOL. You know, unless you're going to blue tack it and do it the old way and stuff like that. But yeah, to do it a genuine swap with original parts, man, it's expensive to do. It's getting expensive to do.
That sucks. Yeah, because that was part of the fun too. Sometimes, it's just kind of making some things on your own, like your own artistic ability, kit bashing something together, and it's not as easy to do anymore. But it is nice though. Like Topo does things, or at least kits and stuff like that, where you can kind of put them together. But yeah, again, like Star Wars is on fire right now. Like I'm excited for this, and the fact that like this isn't my like go-to. Like I enjoyed the show. I think we all did. But like it's not OT. Like OT is my passion. But like the fact that I'm so excited for these two figures speaks to that I enjoyed the show, but then just how good that they actually are look, and the characters that really resonate with me as well. So yeah, looking forward to getting them. 2 out of the 3 panelists here are getting this one, but we're all 3. Wait. Yeah, we're all 3 going to get Hera, right? Come on, Brick.
We'll see.
Come on now.
We'll see. I gotta see what that pose looks like in your case first.
Yeah, he's not very excited, but I bet if we talked about this chick, he'd get very excited.
Oh yeah.
Excitable.
Let's go.
Excitable. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys have stuck with us because I guess you could say this is kind of like the main event. This is where it might get, where it might get a little spicier. We might disagree a little bit. Might have to put Brick on a timeout here and there. We'll see.
I speak truth. I speak honest.
What
I say what other people I say what other people don't want to hear, and I say what other people want to say but are too afraid to say it. Never settle, Jose. Never settle.
He's a martyr.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Start us off with the Scarlet Witch, the Artisan Edition. Just give me your thoughts here.
Well, the first thing I do want to say is I was very worried about this figure being released because I was from the protos, the photos. I thought she was way too pale. She was way too white. She had no color in her face. I was really worried about that. And honestly, the hair looked like complete dog shit in those photos. So I was a little worried about that. Now the release, I will say they gave her some color. I think these photos actually, these blogger photos, I mean, other than the way they did the hair, the sculpt looks really nice. The sculpt looks great. she's got. I guess they shrunk the necklace, though. That kind of bothers me, but I understand why they did that. I never said it's a grill just
That's
because
true.
I'm into it.
Listen,
This guy gets really
he'll tell you
really,
himself.
really
he's not
sassy
wrong.
when it comes to that penguin. But no, I like what they've done to her. The hair, everyone's talking about the hair, so I'll just go straight to that. I do think the sculpt looks much better than what I was worried about. The base looks amazing. I love that it has two options. It can flicker, but the hair. Let's talk about the hair. The blogger, whoever did these photos, did not like. What the fuck is that?
Well, to be fair, they took it out of the case that Hot Toys
Oh
gave
yeah,
and put it
no,
on
I
the head.
totally get it, and I totally understand why they did that. But if you're doing blogger photos, fix it. I totally get why it comes like this, because you want the hair to be.
What if he doesn't know how?
They should hire
That's the
somebody
Hot
that
Toys
knows
problem.
how.
Yeah, no, there's no excuse for that. If he doesn't know,
I
you
agree
need to
with
show
that.
him.
But a
Like-
normal collector might not be good at this. Some collectors can't even pose figures.
Yeah.
How are they going to style hair?
Well, that's fine, but you know what? If that hair came styled already, it would not look like that coming out of the box. If they made it a certain style, it's not going to be perfect, and then you're gonna have to style it anyway. So why not have the curls? Have it basically new in box, just like they do with, you buy something new, shoes or whatever. They have it a certain way, and then you take it out. You take the laces. You do your thing, however you want to do it. This is that same thing. You make the hair how you want it. There's pictures where they put the hair behind the shoulders and it looks just fine. And if you want to spread that hair out just a little bit in the front, take a soft toothbrush from what I hear and give it a shot. But
You've been paying attention. Continue.
I've been paying. I got to learn how to do this stuff, DLO. I'm gonna be FaceTiming you, bro.
Just full transparency. If I get off that stupid airplane and we drive over to your house and there's a Wanda waiting for me to style, I ain't doing it, bro. I ain't doing it. Like, how did that get here? I swear, dude, I'm going back home.
But I think she looks very good coming out of the box. There's a little worry. I do worry. I worry more about messing with the hair because of all the issues that Artisan has been having. Okay, all the artisan figures have had, or at least from what I hear, have had glue issues, or worry about the glue issues, just the hair flopping off or getting white specks or something, or you can see the glue coming on the forehead or the temple or whatever. Yeah, and that worries me, messing with this hair. I'm not worried about messing with the hair. I guess my thing is, I've got the sculpted hair already. It's with Multiverse of Madness. I don't need another sculpted figure of Scarlet Witch. I want to give this a shot, and I'm excited. And I think they got the color right. I think it looks much better, personally, than what we saw in the protos. The proto, man, it just looked like somebody threw a mop on her head. Like, this looks better. At least the top looks better. The only thing that's bad is right here.
The Beauty and the Beast TV show in the 80s.
The only thing that looks bad is that front, and if you just spread that out a little bit, she'll look fine, or throw them in the back. I think the rest of the hair looks really good. Sculpt looks great. I'm a little worried about those pants. I don't like worrying about pleather and all that crap. The jacket. That is my least favorite thing about this hobby, is worrying about pleather. So I'm not too ecstatic about that, but this is one figure where the base looks awesome. Am I going to use that base? I don't know, because it's big. And again, I wish that we got the smaller base with this, but especially Artisan, you should get both. But she looks really good. I'm excited to have a third Scarlet Witch in my collection with rooted hair, so something different.
DLO, I'll let you go first before I get on my soapbox.
Ooh, okay. Well, as you guys recall, I was a very lucky boy on my first trip to go hang out with the boys.
Oh yeah, I forgot that, Brick. Sorry.
And yeah, that's all good.
Forgot the clip.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the video.
Reenact it.
There's only like 4 or 5 of them out there.
Yay.
Yeah. It was more language, probably not appropriate.
I think we've already reached the F-bomb limit here.
Yeah. So there's a lot of let's fucking goes in the back seat. When I got
As
that email,
Jedi,
said
as
like,
Jedi
hey,
puts the F-bomb in the comments.
waitlist opportunity. So I'm number one, I'm thrilled. I'm happy to be here. Okay. Even to be talking about Artisan Wanda over here because I've never owned her. I always wanted Civil War. And for those who've been around, at her peak, she was $1,000 figure. She was Dark Side Anakin money, which is crazy for Marvel. The only two Marvels that you can honestly say outside of Iron Man before they started jacking up the prices and jacking up and doing reissues and all that stuff, where certain Iron Man can get pretty close, but never to this level. Falcon and Wanda were the most sought after Marvel figures.
How high did Yondu get?
Made. Huh?
How high did Yondu get?
Yondu got up there pretty good. Deluxe you probably can snag him for like 600 at his peak, but he didn't touch this. This was like next level. This was like 1,000 non-negotiable all day long. So also with Falcon as well too, which eventually I hope we get that as well too. But yeah, I mean I loved the WandaVision show, and I considered getting that one, and then I was like, let me wait. Multiverse is coming out. And I like that figure as well, too. Mm-hmm. But I said to myself, like, man, she's a figure that I know I don't need more than one for me. And if I'm going to get one, I want to get the right one. So I was going to get the sculpted out of just like, hey, at least I have the one I wanted. But the one thing that I liked about the Artisan one is that the articulation and the longevity will be there. Because with the sculpted, if you mess around with it too much, you're going to scratch up the jacket.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to pose her as much.
Yeah, it's going to start peeling stuff. Anything. That's why I've always said from the very beginning, guys, if you're into anything remotely rooted, the only time it makes sense is when it's a long hair figure, like a Wanda. This is a perfect example here. The sculpted one, barely no articulation is going to be available with that figure. And if you are too rough it, you can damage the jacket, right? Whereas the negative and the positive of the Artisan one here is that you do have the articulation, but you also have to be careful with the hair, because if you're too rough with it, you can mess up the hair, right? Mm-hmm. So neither one is perfect. I think they're both great. But I'll say here, the blogger photos, again, let us down. Yep. This was the one where I was excited when I saw the announcement, and I immediately asked, does everybody like this figure? Am I tripping? Because those photos just like, ooh. Like I knew right away, like the figure was different. Like she had really volumed hair. It was really, and it's closer to Endgame in Infinity War. But this was flat, right out the wrapper kind of stuff. And I was like, what are we doing? And then I saw the little Bo Peep curls in the front. I was like, when the hell did that ever happen? So I guess for me, like Brick, I can understand where you're coming from. I think like not having it come out perfect outside the box is really letting this figure down, because there's so many people that don't know how to do this themselves. And the people who know how to do it don't want to do it either, because just like you guys.
Do you think with hair that long, though, that they could put that product in there and for it to stay like that? If they made it.
It really depends on what they're using, right? Because you got to remember, these things are going to be in some kind of hot warehouse or a boat.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like if they formed it right for every figure, would at the end of the day just be like frizzy as hell by the time you got it?
Figure Hideout, when I was watching his video, he mentioned that this was the least amount of product that they put in the hair for the Artisans compared to like everything else. The ones that they did with the past Artisans, they put too much in it there. This one, they might have put too little, right? So I guess they don't know the best way to package and ship these here to keep it intact as best as possible. So I think they're playing around with amounts of what they're using wise, because like I think for what you're offering to people, it should look like, more specifically hair wise, it should look like how it looks in the proto. Like I don't think hair should be something that should be incorrect or inaccurate compared to the blogger photos, because it's one thing for a face sculpt to have a downsize in quality over master to the mass produced one. It's another thing for hair not to look like hair. Like that should look the same here. But I think transportation wise, I don't think they figured out how to do it. And the tricky thing about this is, to your point, Brick, is that like if you're going to style it the way she's supposed to look, then you have to push the hair out, right? And the challenge with that, if you are not careful, with doing that, you could actually do the same thing that people were complaining about with the Joker, which it's coming out from the roots on the sides. If you've seen the photos of that there. So this is kind of a bonehead move on Hot Toys side there, because if we're going to have to fix it because it's too flat, because you package that way for travel, then when we do it ourselves, we're going to run the risk of potentially pulling out that same exact thing that was a concern the first go around. So that means the glue's got to be on points. And obviously this needs to be worked with a lot gentler than if you guys even tried the other ones. You got to be even more gentler with this one, because this one has a higher risk of it there. Now, once you get it right, I don't think you ever have to mess with it again. So this is going to be a one-time uncomfortable situation here. But if you mess around with this kind of figure too often, there's a good chance that you're going to ruin the figure yourself. So you got to be super, super careful with this.
Need pull-out game on this one. Yeah.
One and done, man. I say you don't want to mess with this one. This one's the riskiest one so far.
Yeah, well said.
If you get it right, this thing is going to be beautiful for years. But you're going to have to put in some work like the rest of them.
Get it right. If
part of me doesn't even like want to mess with it, because if I do mess with it and it doesn't turn out right, then I fucked up my figure, and it's so that's why I'm saying though, like when I'm watching these videos from people throwing the hair in the back, she looks really good that way. Yeah. So I might just do that,
because you're hiding the curls.
But I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than the sculpted around the jacket, like Dila was saying, ruining the jacket or not being able to move her head around. You know what I mean?
Can move her head. I've seen videos moving her head, but I will admit neither one is perfect. You're gonna have to decide which one is right for you and which one you're good with. The question, so we all collect Hot Toys for what? The realness factor, right? We want the most accurate figure. Dila was just saying that earlier on the show. We want it to be the most accurate when we're talking about Predator. Same thing for here. So is rooted hairs alone more accurate than sculpted hair if one's styled correctly and one is not? I would rather go with sculpted, where all the hair is in place where it should be, how it looks. She did not have curly cues in the movie. She did not have tight curls like this in front or back. The top is straight and the bottom is curled, and it's nothing like the movie. So I want the representation from the movie. So you're telling me like this is the superior line of Hot Toys. This is the Artisan, getting the wool hair styled where it's limited, so we're paying a ton more money, and I'm just not seeing the value in these Artisan figures these days, and I really haven't mostly all along. Even Jack Sparrow, which I think is an amazing Artisan figure, you have 3 other SKUs that you can get, and it's dreaded lock, so it's like sculpted. You can still get a great looking Jack Sparrow for a lot less. So like for me and for most collectors, I think what we've always wanted is it out of the box. Brick said in the past, I don't want to put my figures together. I've said it in the past, I don't want to mess with the hair. You need a talent to mess with this hair, to style it just right. If my wife came down and said, do my hair for me today, I'd be like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know how to do hair. And it's the same thing here. It's just 6 scale 4.
Yeah, I don't
know what the hell
I'm not saying I'm okay with fixing your hair, because that does make me nervous. But when I was talking about that, it's more of I understand why they put it in the box like this. I don't understand why the blogger took these photos, but I understand why it came in the box like this.
See, but if that was
and fixing up a little hair in the front is way better to me than putting 1,000 things on Jack Sparrow and trying to get it into that damn belt, his gun, without ripping his fucking shirt. We've passed the F-bomb. Like, it's just,
I think you got to wait until you do it. I think you got to do this first, and then you see if your opinion is still the same. Because
I mean, I don't want to have to do it, but I get why they did it, and I think I've seen pictures and videos where it looks good with people that messed with it. But
I mean, this isn't even close. she doesn't even have curly hair. It's maybe wavy.
She pulled the videos.
But dude, I mean,
So, like-
they took the plastic seal right off of her, and that's
Right.
how she
Yeah.
came.
But
You know?
so the fact is, you're going to have to style the hair, whether you like it or not. So that's a lot of work for people that, I mean, some people struggle with posing figures. It's a gift. I mean, it's a talent. It's something you have to learn. So people aren't going to know how to do this or want to do this, like you said, or they might fuck up the figure by doing this, and then they're going to be pissed as well. So I think there's a lot of risk to this if you're going to mess with the hair. DLO, obviously you've done this for a while, so you kind of know what you're doing.
But again, I don't want to have to do it though. Like I'm right there with you guys. Like I get it. Like she does not look great out the box how these photos are. Some of the videos I've seen, she looks much better. But those guys have messed around and they played with it there, right? And that's the lesson I've been, preaching. Like, hey, none of these things are gonna look the way they're supposed to out the box. You're gonna have to fix this stuff. And I'm glad like collectors are starting to realize, like, it's a lot more work than you think it is to have rooted hair figures. Like there's maintenance and stuff. You actually have to do some of this and you have to learn how to do it. And if you don't do it well, you can either A, mess it up, or B, just not be happy with the end result. And either way, that's just, for a lot of collectors, no one really wants to deal with that. Right.
Now you said they've probably put the least amount of product in this than they have, but I've seen like Wonder Woman and some of these other ones where they put a shit ton of product.
Shit ton.
These curls are tight. These aren't just going to, like, you pull them a little bit and they're gonna like release. These are tight ass curls. Like
they're not too bad. I've seen the photos. I've seen them playing around with it. I can do it, no problem.
Well, yeah,
it's pretty straightforward. Like no, I don't mean because it's me that can do it, but I'm saying anybody can honestly do it here. So the curls are there.
That worries me right there.
So the curls are there. Look at the sculpted one for example. It's a more of a wave, right?
It's a wave.
The front. It's a wave. It's not a curl. But it, again, Graham, I don't expect you to understand this, but I'm going to teach you how hair works. But with a curl,
you son of a bitch.
I'm just saying. I thought it was funny when you made the comment about can you fix your wife's hair. I was like, that guy? But that's just me in my head.
I was not born bald, by the way.
I know. You're just out of practice.
And I could do a comb over. I could do a comb over if I really wanted.
Gosh,
it looks great, pal.
I could be Tom Thibodeau.
Pull it off. No, but for the sculpted one here, you see it's all nicely waved and done. I want to get to the sculpt in a second, but I want to focus on the rooted for a split second about this curl. When you unravel the curl, it becomes wavy. That's what will happen to the hair naturally. So the curls are actually going to help you achieve this look, but you're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have to unravel that curl to make it wavy, and it's going to look like this as best as you can get it to look. But this is where the problem is over here, because I'm starting to wonder if it's strategic why some figures are not getting sculpted and we're just getting artisan. Because I wonder if now Hot Toys is starting to see that maybe people would gravitate more towards the sculpted and they won't sell as many artisan figures. Just a theory. Just a theory. Because they make more money off the artisan, right? Because all they're giving you is hair, and you're charging on average an extra $150 per figure, right? Mm-hmm. So, do you think because this sculpted version, articulation aside, looks fantastic. Like it looks stunning. I think the paint work on the hair really makes it pop here because she has. Like a little bit more of a darker, rich orange in her hair, but you can see at the roots, she actually has a black inline where the roots are growing in there well, and it looks far more natural. Yeah. Whereas the rooted one, it's just flat orange and it's one color here. But the paint work really makes this hair pop. It really stands out here. So, in my opinion, I think overall,
get an opinion.
The sculpted one, in this case here, taking everything in consideration, is the superior one for the majority of collectors. I think this one came out far better than the rooted. Not to say you can't make the rooted look better, but if you're looking for out the box, ready to go, this thing cannot be touched. This is the best one we've ever received, in my opinion.
I guess what I'm really tired of is I feel like Hot Toys has kind of pulled the wool over our eyes with this artisan line, saying it's the best and it's what you should get, when I don't think it's their best. I have seen the sculpted and compared. When you take when you take the value and the price into consideration. And again, for some people, it is more important to have a limited figure. But nonetheless, like, I just want the best representation in my collection. And I feel 9 times out of 10, that has been the sculpted version. And it's fine. Like, you got to choose which one you want. But like, I'm not upset at collectors choosing Artisan. I'm more upset like Hot Toys kind of like taking more and more money from us. Like, they don't even give us a number for these Artisan figures. Like, they just say, well, there's 1,500, but is there 1,500? I don't know. I don't have a numbered figure. And then the fact that you're charging me $120 to $150 more for a figure that I don't even think is as good as the sculpted one. But I'm glad there's options that I can get sculpted. But for Anakin and Black Widow, Black Widow, oh god, I'm hoping, hey, she's got curly hair, so I'm hoping that one looks good, because it seems like that's all Hot Toys can do with the long hair, is that they have to curl it because they can't style it. So I'm hoping that one's okay, but I'm glad that they have the sculpted versions. But it just sucks too for like people that still think sculpted is actually better, that they can't always get the figure either, for some of these Artisan ones. Bucky, he wasn't sculpted either, right?
Not Scarlet. I was gonna say Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Right.
Like that one. That's the only one you can get.
That's the only one.
I think that one is easier than this one. I think with the curls, that's more in Hot Toys' favor, because they like to make their stuff a little bit more curly.
Because we're saying they have to curl the hair, basically, right, for shipping or whatever. Or so, not every character has curly hair. So what are we gonna do? Do we have to just style it ourselves, and then, oh, this looks easy, I can do this, and then we get it and we're like, shit, I fucked it up even more, or I can't do this and now I'm pissed. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just not sold that this is the actual superior line when it's going to take so much work to make it how it needs to be. I want something out of the box that looks authentic to the movie. But that's just me, and not everybody's like me, and I totally understand that. But I guess I get a little upset when they're charging these high prices for these figures when I just don't even think that they're worth the price tag.
Well, I think this is good and healthy conversation, because I agree. I don't think everybody needs this, because I don't think everybody can do this, right? So,
I cannot.
This, and again, there's nothing wrong with that, because honestly, I didn't come into saying, oh, I can't wait to work on my figure's hair. Like no one says that when they come to
with his little brushes.
But that's my thing, though. I'm willing to kit bash. I'm willing to customize. I'm willing to. So like, I'm not everybody's going to want to do what I do, right? I enjoy doing this for the most part, except the hair part. But as far as like what Artisan, the hype and conversation about Artisan was, I think the expectation, and we'll be honest about our feelings here for a second. A lot of people felt like Artisan was Hot Toys' answer to InArt.
Right.
And it's not. It really is not. And because I remember the early days where people talking about like, oh, how come we don't get leather with this figure here? Or how come this isn't die-cast this? And how come we're not premium this? And why are we still getting this, that, and the other? And it became clear to everybody after a while that Artisan just means hair. And they never promised those other things, in fairness. But they didn't necessarily tell us that we were wrong either. So they led us to believe it as well in a way, in their own kind of way. So, yeah, listen, guys, you got to look at it like this. Artisan is a great option if that's something in your wheelhouse you're willing to do and commit to. I think you can achieve a greater look with the wool implanted hair if you know what you're doing. But if you don't want to put in the time, if you can't justify the price, and you want something that is going to be out the box, ready to go, and it's going to be a great figure, sculpted is still the best thing the Hot Toys does. 1,000%. Because a few years ago, we were begging Hot Toys not to root figures when I was starting the game.
Gamora, like they were just terrible.
Every Black Widow was rooted up until Endgame. And then they finally made a sculpted one. They made two, and those were fantastic. They're two of their best figures. But every Black Widow, if you look at them now, they look like Barbie dolls who've been thrown around on the dirt and look like they've been run over. Their hair is rough. So Hot Toys was never good at this stuff. And what does it say here? Ooh. Did someone just say Yolena just dropped?
Yeah, you can finish your guys' thoughts. I'll prepare that.
Yeah. So,
I'm getting a lot of hotties tonight. Let's go.
Brick is like, it just went from
got
6
Hera,
to midnight in
we
here.
got-
Oh shit, boys. Okay, so let's
Yeah, so wrap
the
it up
bow on
here.
this.
So sculpted is better, yada yada yada. You guys should buy sculpted if you like sculpted. Rooted is great too if you know how to do it. The end. What do we got?
If I mess up the rooted hair, I will just throw it away. and give it
Jordan,
away.
I just want to say to Jordan though, like, because it's easy for you doesn't mean it's easy for everybody. Same thing with posing. Like, not everybody is talented at posing a figure. Some people have a hard time seeing things the same way that somebody else does. So, like, just because it seems easy for you might not be easy for somebody else.
Yeah. Listen, some people can dance. They have 2 left feet, right? Some
Right.
people can draw nothing but a stick figure. So everybody's skills levels are going to be different from one another. But I mean, I think honestly, with enough practice, anybody can do it. But if you're not into learning this, and I don't blame you, stick with sculpted, because clearly if you go sculpted, you're not getting a bad figure. It's still going to be good. So it's going to be, it's more niche than a necessity for people. In my opinion.
And on this, just because it's a limited number figure, don't fall into the fact that you have to have it. Like, again, and you might think the Artisan looks better, then get it. But for me personally, I think the sculpted has been better. It's better for my collection.
I think
so I'm not going to be messing with $150 more for the figure. Like, just don't get it because of that.
I think for me though, it's more than just rooted versus sculpted. She's one of my favorite Marvel characters, one of my favorite female characters. I have 2 sculpted already. Let me get a rooted.
Yeah, and that's fair. Sure. The same way I felt about Jack Sparrow. It's the same way I felt about the
because
Joker.
the sculpted hair right here is very, very similar to
yeah.
NLM.
Like, if you've already had the taste, why not go all in? I totally respect. That's kind of how I feel about it too, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying anybody's wrong for getting either. I'm just saying, like, just don't do it for that reason, just because it's limited. And then thinking,
can you imagine the secondary market? Like, I wouldn't want to get Artisan used.
Oh, I would never buy used.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what people have done to the hair. Like, and you're gonna need extensive photos.
Yeah,
you're gonna do a lot of research on that there, and you're gonna be paying a premium as well too.
Right.
Because people are not gonna want to lose money on an Artisan.
All right, guys. Have you looked at any pictures yet?
I haven't looked yet.
No, you told me not to. I'm dying. Let's go. What is it? Let's see it.
I'm guessing it's good.
Let's go.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, it's not rooted?
Dang.
Dude.
Where's my hug?
Dude, how blessed have we been on this show tonight to be getting the Predator. We got Hera. Ahsoka looks great. I mean, say what you will about the Scarlet Witch. If you don't like the hair or not, the figure still looks good, right? The figure, the head sculpt looks good. And now we have Yolena from Thunderbolts. With each and every passing day, we were like, oh God, like, I'm getting nervous. Like, are they going to do anything for Thunderbolts?
We talked about that last night. That's
the fact
crazy.
that at least they're doing her. Like, hopefully they do more. But I can live with even just her at this point. Like, I needed a Yelena. I really wanted the one Brick had, but I was holding out for the Thunderbolts one. So I'm glad they didn't let us down. Let's take a look at this together. While I do that, I'm closing out this poll that I did on the Scarlet Witch, since we're kind of moving on. In your opinion, which is better and more accurate figure? 56% said sculpted, 43% said artisan. We had 39 votes. Thank you guys for voting. And also, we got Yomo in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great week. Let us rejoice. Yelena is announced. I love the movie. I can't wait to see it again on video. But let's take a look here at what we got.
Okay, that picture is much better. I was getting a little worried. I didn't like that first picture.
Oh God, Rick don't like something. Surprise!
Surprise!
Sorry.
I love the hairdo. I love the sculpt.
I like Batman, DLO. I like Batman.
Shut up.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good.
I gotta zoom in a little bit more. It's a tiny screen for me here.
Ah.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think, Dilo?
Looks fantastic. Sculpted. Looks great. Paint apps are good. I dig it. I dig it a lot. And from the looks of it here, remind me, did she get an upgrade in the end credits of Thunderbolts? Or is this the
I
same
think they all
look?
did, didn't they, Brick?
They all did.
Yeah. Clint says I haven't seen the movie, but does the suit look loose? That loose in the movie?
Yes, no, it is. It is. It's not a form tight fitting suit on her.
Her
It's not
hair,
very Black Widowy.
guys, her sculpt in some of these photos is a little too thin around.
She's got a round
the
face.
cheeks. She's got a round face in real life. This is not a round face.
There
There
it
it
looks
is.
good, though. Yeah.
There it looks good. But some of these photos, that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, like. But yeah, some
Uh-oh.
of these photos looks fine. Some
Robert's
don't.
not on board with this.
See,
Sorry, I think
I
the
think
sculpt is
Robert
not
kind of.
Florence Pugh. Yeah, slight upgrade and the slicked back hair. I like this hairstyle better than the slicked back look.
Like it's too thin there. I don't know. But I'm getting her either way. I mean, I'm excited for this.
Oh, good. We'll complain about it and get it anyways. What a great example to our
Well,
viewers.
If I
Are what we
like
are.
the character,
What's a great
You know?
example to our viewers? Can't
Our
take me.
85 viewers that are watching us tonight, hit that like button.
does she not look like Hit Girl right here?
I don't know about Hit Girl, but I get she's not 100% accurate. But I don't know.
Oh yeah,
about
she
Hit Girl,
lives.
bro.
Sorry, X-Man. Sorry.
Hmm.
This is good.
Did we say anything
This is good.
spoiler? I don't think we said anything spoiler, did we?
Well, because we said in the end scene.
We asked if there was a difference,
We asked.
and she was already confirmed for Doomsday, so no spoilers have been given. I'm very polite about that stuff.
She's good enough for me, man.
Although I will say here, I saw Captain America last night. Spoiler, that sucked.
I
I don't know.
gotta
you
watch
know,
that this
You guys
week,
were
this
way too
weekend.
polite. That was boring as hell.
Oh,
The only good part was when Hulk was in it.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
And I fell asleep mid movie. Then I woke up. Hulk was there. I was like, oh, okay, it's picking up.
Oh, here we go.
and that's why Thunderbolts was so refreshing, because it
Yes.
was actually a good story, good character development. I would have liked to spend a little bit more time with their backstories, but overall I still thought it was a good balance of comedy, serious, tones, and good storytelling. So like, this is what Marvel needed, and I hope more and more people see this movie because it was fun, man. It was good. She looks good. Like, these two photos look great.
I don't like that one. That one's fine.
This one you don't like?
That one I don't like. It's weird. That one's fine.
Like that right there, like side eye is gonna do wonders for her.
Yeah.
Like I can
Yeah.
tell that's gonna be her strong look.
You got to have that side. Yeah.
But like face on, I can see where I think the nose is really hard. I think that's what's
Yeah, she's got
it's
a
throwing it off.
unique nose.
Got a cute nose.
Okay, relax. It's not a first date. We're just looking at photos. We're just looking at photos right there. Jeez, this man
Attachable sky.
can't take him anywhere.
Separate rolling eyeballs.
The right. Okay, go back to that one.
Yo.
The right photo looks fine. The left one looks nothing like her.
Damn, I like this one better. I think she looks glazed over here.
Yeah, I kind of.
She looks too, I think she looks too. I think she looks too thin on the left.
Interesting.
I don't know, bro. I mean,
A little something for everybody.
I'd say like she's 85% there, which I mean, it's pretty good. Man, dude, you're getting a reputation of not liking stuff. People
Hey,
just
I'm not. Hey, check the chat, my good sir.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
the only one.
Hotline just
said it
came in. He was just
hotline.
like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but whatever it is, Brick doesn't like it. That's terrible. What a
Hey.
what a
Sorry, I don't like everything
Hey.
like everyone else. Hotline. All right.
We
Man,
keep it
that's-
real
that's
here on the
wild.
Wolfpack.
Oh yeah, it
You
looks
wanna hear
great.
us-
Looks
I've
great.
never
This looks
noticed
good.
this
That
about
looks
Brick, but
good.
now I
This
can't
looks
unsee it
good.
after the chat tonight. The chat's been
This
like,
looks good.
oh, Brick don't like it. Soccer.
This looks good. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love this. Like, come on, guys. Let's be real.
We need a shirt. Hashtag. Was it what do you want, Brick? Is that was it what is
I don't
Jose?
know. It's stupid.
I think
I
that's
don't
what it said.
What I want is I don't want people to settle, and I want people to be honest. And this is not 100% Florence Pugh. I'm getting it. It looks fine. It looks good. And certain.
But you're not helping though, Brick. You're like, I don't know. It looks nothing like her. I don't know if you can.
What?
But
No,
I'm
no,
still
no.
gonna get
Dilo,
her.
I said there are photos that looks a lot like her, and there are also photos that look nothing like her. So I don't know what to think right now.
So you're gonna hate buy her? Is what you're gonna do? I'm so mad. I'm just gonna freaking buy her.
Well, what the
Pre-order
Thunderbolts?
Team
Here's the question for Brick. Do you just seeing the photos, and obviously this is a proto. Do you like your version 1 better than this one?
Ooh, good question.
No.
I agree because like even the hairstyle alone, like I think this just looks
Yeah, this one's
more like
better.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do think that first one's very underrated.
I think the one on the right, if you just that picture, I think that's the best looking picture.
I like
I
that
feel like that's
The
her.
one on the right looks really good. Yeah.
I think that's her in the right picture.
Yeah.
But then again, keep in mind, this might be the same guy who did the Wanda photo. So let's take this with a grain of salt. You know, let's see. I mean, it's going to be displayed at Secret Base at some point. Let's wait until we see that there. But I don't know, Brick. I think this one maybe you might be a little too harsh on personally. I think this one looks, even with the photos, I think this one looks pretty good.
I agree.
5%.
I like it. I'm happy. She's coming home. What do you guys think the price points on this going to be? Brooke, do you remember what the first version was?
Jeez, I don't recall, but
Jeez.
I'm guessing this would be like 285.
Yeah, I think that's the magic number these days, 285 for something like this.
My other one is probably like 260. That's my guess. What it was.
Yeah, 260, 265 sounds kind of about right. Jazzy says 285. Are you guessing, or is that?
I think we're all guessing. That seems to be the magic
I think
number for
that's
most
the
things.
that's the magic number.
So what's the accessories that come with her knife, her weapons, and her batons?
That's it.
That's about it.
Is it?
Gun in the holster.
265 then. That's my number now.
New head sculpt.
265. Oh yeah, and she comes with a head sculpt. That's a good point. That's exclusive.
So,
265.
dude, Thunderbolts. I'm gonna start a poll here. This is like a movie where I know I'm going to be able to get it on Disney, but I'm going to probably buy it because I just liked it, so I just want to have it.
Well, the best thing about that movie is not so much that it's this big, gigantic MCU timeline breaking kind of movie. It was a smaller story,
Right.
and these were characters who were just supporting characters in their respective movies. And this movie did more for those characters than the movies that they were in, with the exception of Yolena, because I think she was a fan favorite from the get-go. She was the best part of the Black Widow movie. But like Red Guardian, he was completely one-dimensional comic relief. Still kind of is, but you can tell there's another part of him there. So I really love his character. Now, U.S. Agent, boy, did he get better from show to movie. There.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, I think those three were my standouts, and then even Bucky to an extent, because Bucky's always been a favorite of mine. But I just feel
He's
like
always been kind of in the background a little bit. And
I
it's
like
nice to
Bucky.
see
Like,
him
I haven't-
get
like,
get in front.
yeah,
of
I'm always a big
Bucky
fan of Bucky.
Bucky made a comeback in this movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
For me.
Bucky's rope. So I mean, yeah, I mean, out of the three, I like Yelena. I think I might pick her up. But I do.
100%.
For me, like I want U.S. Agent. Like that's the one I want the most. U.S. Agent's the one I want.
I need
That
her
and
dad now. I need the Russian
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian.
Yeah. Red
Even if
Guardian.
just those two come, I'd be happy. Even if just with her, I'm happy. Like I can go to bed tonight and sleep well, knowing Yelena will be coming home,
Right.
in the collection. So that's good enough for me. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to get a few more. So, we all thinking about getting this?
Yeah, I love Florence Pugh. So.
Oh yeah, same.
I still got to see that one movie where she's
Oppenheimer.
yes,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
yeah. Phil Burns number 3 here. Jose's still number 1. All right, guys are still cooking. What else? What else is going through your minds with this? Do you think we're getting more? Do you think it's still 50-50?
I want to say they're
do
going
they
to
have
do more.
much more to do with Marvel that they wouldn't do this line?
I think the big ones are like people didn't get U.S. Agent from the show, and we didn't get Red Guardian from Black Widow. So I think they're due.
No, again, I don't know how I don't know if you
Fire.
I don't know if you were here when I first said it. I'm so confused why it looks
She looks
like
nothing
Florence.
like her, but I gotta get her.
I don't know what. No, you guys only hear certain things. What I've been saying is, I don't get why it looks just like her on the right, but it looks nothing like her on the picture on the left. In my opinion,
Angles, brother.
I know,
Lighting and
I know,
angles, that's
but
it.
I get that.
It's not like they had two figures. Like, what
But
do you
that
think?
does not look like her. That's
Could
not
you
her.
imagine Howard trolling us? Like, I have two figures. Put both of them in the blogger photo.
Rick, put the
And then
chat
look
to
at
rest.
everyone-
Are you
themselves.
disappointed?
See,
Or just
everybody knows
unsure?
I like Yolena. That's why they're asking here. I'm not disappointed. I'm unsure
Okay.
But I will buy her. Damn it! So shut up.
because
already.
I've got to
need her.
see. I've got to see the figure. Like, this is not her here at all. This is like,
I will say here the lips look a little odd to me, like ducky.
well,
know?
the lips, it's not a round head. She's got a more of a round head. That
But
looks
here
like
looks
her,
good.
100%. So I'm
Let's see her.
just kind of like,
Let's
This
hold
looks
on. Hold on. Let's Graham. Let's do a science project here real quick. Start from the
Alright,
beginning.
I
First
like
photos.
science.
First photos.
oh, this would be fun.
Wait, what'd you say?
Start from the very first photo.
All right. Hold on. There we
Are
go.
we doing?
Okay.
We doing
Rick?
Doing
smash,
like yes, no.
smash or pass, or what are we doing?
No. Simple.
Okay,
Looks like her. Doesn't look like her.
does not.
Okay, that's one for not. Go to the next one.
Yes.
Looks like her. Doesn't. Yes. 1 and 1.
2 to 1,
Yes.
Okay. 2-1.
3 to 1,
No.
2 to 2,
Go.
No.
2 to 3,
3.
3 3,
Yes.
3-3. Okay.
3
Yes.
4. Oh shit. 4
Okay.
3,
4-3.
5 3.
No.
Fuck.
That was. I was gonna call you out because that's the same photo. But okay. All right. So we're at 4-4.
I don't remember.
It's 4-4. No, it's 4-4.
4 4. Okay.
4.
Okay.
This she looks stoned.
Don't
Oh,
push
sorry.
his opinions.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's like in the middle. I don't know.
You-
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You
4
picked
4
one.
and 1.
Yes.
No special categories. here.
Yes. I said
4
yes.
4 and 1.
Yes.
Yes.
5-4.
Okay. 5-4.
No.
5 5. 6
No.
5. Damn. 5 6. 6
Yes.
6. 6 7.
No. That overhead look does not look like. I don't know. Yes.
7 7.
6
So if-
7. Keep going.
No.
7 8. 8
Yes.
8. 9 8.
Not really.
8 9.
I mean, now they're recycling photos. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So we finished off at 7-8 in favor of.
50 50.
Yeah, it's close to 50-50 for you there.
Yeah.
So
You just got to get the angle right. But dude, I'm excited for this. I've been wanting this outfit. I love the hair. The sculpted hair looks amazing. I love her hair in this movie.
Good hair. She's got good hair.
I think this movie really showed. I mean, if you've seen other movies with her in it that is outside of Marvel, you know she's got some good chops when it comes to acting, and
great actress.
she's
Great
awesome.
actress.
And
Great.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I'm kind of worried because of how much money it made, right? It kind of
How much
failed
money?
at that point. So I'm kind of worried that Hot Toys like, well, we'll at least do a Yelena. And, because sometimes if they look at that number, they'll be like, oh, well, we're not going to do the whole line now. Why would we do a whole line if it didn't make money? People didn't care about the movie. I'm a little worried about that. Because I want more of the figures. And I think that's where my look is right now is like, man, I really hope we get more.
270.
Like,
There you go.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
She's
I
already
called
up.
265. Let's go.
But yeah, she looks really good.
Oh, she does now. Okay. She was a 7-8.
Well, like everything else, but like certain angles, it doesn't look like her. You just got to get that right angle.
So you're saying from right angle, she's a 10 out of 10?
You know what though, Brick? Really quick, I remember when that first
say
Yolena
10
figure
out of
came
10.
out. The first Yolena figure came out, and a lot of people said it didn't look like her. But that was a figure like in hand. We thought,
Oh, yeah,
looked
for
a
sure.
lot better than.
Dude, that's the most underrated.
So maybe it just
sculpt
doesn't
ever.
This doesn't photo well. Like some figures just don't photo well, but in hand they do look
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And the first one was like that. I think maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe this has that.
Well, the blogger photos didn't help with that one either. That was like the first figure for me
Fuck.
that I noticed that the blogger photos were like way off.
April to September.
basically a year, maybe a year and a half.
That's what sucks, though. You know, you
crazy.
get so excited for these new announcements, and you're like, okay, wait a year and a half. And you're just like, fuck.
You know what
It's not
though?
in the
You're gonna
world.
be, you're gonna
Doomsday
be,
got
you're gonna be
delayed. So
super excited for this figure at that time because that the new Spider-Man movie is gonna be coming out. You got Doomsday trailer for that. It's gonna be nice.
Oh, Geo, not bad at all. Not getting her though. Son of a gun.
I think the big three from the movie. I mean, I don't know if they make a Bucky. I don't know if people want Bucky from this
Oh,
movie.
dude, I want that Terminator look for Bucky.
But dude, don't you have the Artisan Winter Soldier?
I do.
Yeah,
I know. I don't need it.
two
I don't
Buckies.
need it. But that
Yeah.
was a really cool look from Thunderbolts.
No, I mean it was all right. I mean, he's gonna look better in Doomsday. I'll leave it at that for X-Men, so we don't spoil nothing for him.
No spoilers.
But yeah, man. I mean, listen, I think if they make the big three for me, Guardian, Agent, and now Yelena that we have, I think I'm content. Like, I don't think I really am gonna feel like I miss out if I don't get Taskmaster.
Would you want to? Would you want a Sentry?
And
For sure.
what's
Would
the
you
matter?
want a Sentry?
No, I'm good.
Which one was Sentry?
The main person, Bob.
Superman?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if Graham gets this Bob before the Bob from '89.
Ah!
That would be something.
Dude, I need 89 Bob. Come on, Jazz Inc. Let's go.
Yeah, but yeah, I said, yeah, if you can get me the big three, Guardian, Agent, and her, I'm content with that. Like, I don't feel like I need the others unless something changes in like Doomsday or something like that. But
Yeah.
but this is a good stuff. Listen, I like this. I didn't get the white suit one like a couple of people in the comments said. So for me, like, I wouldn't mind picking this one up, even if she gets a different look in Doomsday. I mean,
You know
Dude.
what look I really want from her though? Sorry to cut you off, D-Lo, but you
Naked.
just made me think about that. Yeah, not the Oppenheimer look. That would be nice too. But the look that she had in Black Widow with not the braided look, but where she has that long ass ponytail coming down, like that'd be a cool. You know what I'm talking about? That's
yeah, we all know, but like, that's
okay.
What does that have to do with the figure and the okay?
We're talking about Yelena. What does it not have to do with it?
Yelena.
I
We're
know,
talking
no, I
about different
get it,
figures.
but,
We're talking
like,
about different figures from.
You're
the
talking about
MCU
different
right now.
hairstyles now. Now you're getting just kind of like, okay.
But I'm talking about
I
Yelena.
thought she
It'd
was
be a good look. 'Cause
cuter
we're
when
talking
she had
about
her
different looks,
ponytail,
like
you know, would it be
Doomsday
nice
look
to
and
do a
all
figure
that.
of that? And I'm like, I don't know. That's
Talking about
good
Doomsday
vibe.
look, I was like, oh, Black Widow look would be dope.
When's Doomsday? Is that
We
2027?
got
supposed-
delayed
Yeah, it got delayed recently.
Ouch.
the same day as Dune, which was stupid.
Everything's getting delayed, huh?
Yeah, so much for that hot summer we were all thinking we're gonna get.
We still got Spider-Man.
But yeah, I mean, look, regardless, I think for her, like, kind of like a lot of figures, I don't need to collect them all, and I really liked her in this movie, and I'm sure I'll like her in the next movie too. But I feel like with her, like, I don't feel the need to chase the next latest greatest Yelena. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
she's
and-
just not that kind of character for
And
me.
it's good to have representation from this movie. Like, it was,
Yeah,
it was
kinda
such a good
mix and
movie. Like,
match.
I wouldn't mind just having some representation for this specific movie.
Yeah, because basically she was the lead of this movie, so like, it doesn't
This
get much
was- yeah,
better
this
for
was kinda
her,
her movie.
her character. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Like,
Yeah.
to me, like, Nebula was almost like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like, she had the biggest arc. Like, I kind of feel like Yelena owned this movie a little bit, and just her arc was the best out of all of them.
for sure, yeah, she was definitely the main character, if you want to call her that, of that ensemble cast there. So yeah, this was her movie. This was her Black Widow, basically. So for me, like, this is the one I'd rather have. You know what I mean? Kind of like a Brick. If you were talking about 89 or 92, you'd pick 92, right? This is how I would feel about this one for her.
Brick, does the first one doesn't have rolling eyes, right?
No.
Okay, so that's just an added perk here too.
And that does help future-proof it for me as well too, because you don't feel like you're losing out on some of the good features as well.
Yeah. Dude, this
I
is
think she does.
what a cherry on top for this show. Just to kind of have Yelena announced. That's pretty cool. So I'll be getting her for sure. Gonna pre-order because I want to make sure I get her in the collection. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too.
Yeah, I'm picking this one up. No qualms.
Yeah,
I like
buddy.
it.
We know
I
Brick-
like it a lot. So,
I like it a lot.
and at what was it, 270? You said that's a good price.
270. It's not bad.
And that's not bad in 2025.
2026.
I will take it.
Yeah, I love the suit too. It's gonna be super easy to pose her up too, man. You don't have to worry about any hair around the shoulders because it's short enough. It's baggy enough to where you can pose the crap out of it without it being too tight. Got the Hera in the back.
You okay with the
Nice.
proportions? Looks a little flat.
That's baggy pants.
Baggy pants.
I bet you if I tighten them up a little bit.
Oh, wedgie.
No, it looks really good. The stand. I mean, I get it.
It's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
At least it's consistent.
At least it's consistent.
Absolutely. It looks great, dude. Like I like this photo right here.
I do too.
It looks good, man. And I think once we get it on the like regular lighting at Secret Base,
That's what I'm waiting for.
you're gonna change. I feel like
need
you're
to
gonna
see-
change your mind because
Oh yeah, I could see that.
because some of these photos are a little too darkened here, and
Honestly,
I feel like
these-
it's thrown
These
away.
proto and these release photos are just really deceiving sometimes too, and it's hard not to
Yeah.
let your emotions get the better of you. Like when something's released, like oh, it looks bad, and you can. I think we should be able to say that. Like maybe
Yeah.
I
I think I'm just a little bit more-
bad, you know.
I think I'm just a little bit more harsh on characters that I really like.
Right.
You know, like because I
Well,
want.
aren't
them
we
to be
all,
perfect.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Right. Exactly.
You come at me with Batman, I'm gonna take you to town,
Mhm.
right? But I mean,
Mhm.
you say Predator is inaccurate. I'm like, but
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get it. You
Yeah.
know, I get it. We all
Sure.
have our passions. That's normal.
Fish All right, boys. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. I think approaching the 2.5 hour mark. Just like we promised, a very fun show, and I think a good time had by all. Brick, why don't you start us off? Let us know what you got going on the Brick Artemis channel on YouTube.
Yeah, I am currently working on a video that's taking way longer than I thought, but life is crazy and busy and whatnot. I got Bugle 6 on this weekend, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Somewhat of a birthday celebration as well, since the birthday is on
right.
Sunday. I didn't want to say it on this stream though, because I didn't want all the super chats to go to Graham like it did for DLO's birthday.
That's real.
So I
like
waited.
that.
If y'all
Um,
want a super chat for Brick's birthday, let's do it.
Yeah, save that for Saturday. But yeah, I got a couple good cool things I'm going to be doing for Bugle 6 this weekend, and other than that, nothing too much. Just hanging out with my boys every Wednesday night. Been a blast. Love hanging out with you guys, and let's keep it going. Let's go.
Sounds good, man. Birthday's on Sunday, right?
Birthday's on Sunday.
Well, you don't have to work, luckily, but you do have to kind of go to bed for work. What are we doing Sunday?
Yeah.
We doing anything?
Dude, I'm craving ribs, man. I want
Will
ribs.
you in? Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Let me jump on the private charter plane. You know, it's a tax write-off for the company. No big deal. Yeah, I will FaceTime you, buddy.
I appreciate that.
Happy early.
With a rack of ribs, right?
Yeah.
While me eating some, like, oh, dude, these are better.
Yeah.
Dude, ribs sound good right now. I'm actually really hungry. Probably because
Yeah,
I
I know.
drank like half of this bottle of whiskey and
Man.
starving. But
I'm getting like you now. Like I'm having a bowl of cereal before bed now. Like I'm starting. That's
Not a good
starting to
habit.
come here. Yeah, it's like it's not even good cereal too. It's like old man cereal, like Cheerios. You know?
Yeah.
No, I hated Cheerios my whole life. Now I'm like, oh, this is pretty good.
good for the heart. You know?
Isn't that weird
Good
how that
lord.
works? Like,
Cholesterol.
You
How about
don't-
that?
it's so weird how you don't like something for the longest time, your whole
Yeah.
life, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is good. Cheerios, nice.
Facts.
You know,
Freaking
so
Almond
Brick kicks
Joys
off
and-
the June birthdays. So June 1st. And guess what, guys? June 18th is my birthday, and guess what? It falls on a Wednesday.
What?
very cool,
Wednesday,
very
so-
cool.
It'll be fun
Special
to,
Jedi celebrate, and it's the big one too, right?
40.
It's
Yeah.
the big one.
Oh my
Crazy.
gosh.
Ooh, man.
So yeah, we'll have to hang out for that, of course. But yeah, Brick's birthday is coming first, so we gotta do something fun for that as well. And ribs sounds great. Happy birthday to you, buddy. DLO, how about you? What you got going on the channel?
Man, I owe everybody an apology because I was going to put out my video for my trip to Tate comic shop, but I told you guys earlier in the show, like I got the due back coming in this week.
I'm so excited for you.
It was like, it felt good to finally say, okay, I'm gonna do it. But I spent the whole weekend reorganizing like the collection to make room for this due back. So I spent my whole weekend just like playing my figures, put them in different places. So now I got this beautiful empty spot that come Friday is not going to be empty and it's going to look badass. And I've already seen like Graham's review like maybe 4 or 5 times this past week. Just kind of prepping myself here because he's got some of the same ideas, like some figures in there as well. So I got to naturally do it a little bit better than him. It's a challenge. I'm not saying I'm going to be able to do it, but challenge accepted because I want to tell him I have the best do back out of the team. But yeah, I'm just excited about that. So I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to do squat this week because I'm prepping for my do back. And I'm going to play with my toy all weekend.
See, that's why I wanted to do a live so I could get your first reaction.
Man, I mean,
but I get it. Sometimes it's just nice to do that in the comforts of your own home, private.
I didn't do any. I was so. I mean, everybody knows how much I was anticipating my Jack Sparrow. I didn't want to do a review for it. I was like, I don't want to record it and show you. Oh, look, it comes with these hands. I didn't want to do that. I was like, I want to play with my toy. Sometimes when you're doing the YouTube stuff, sometimes you just want one for you. So this case, I'm gonna do 2. So I did Jack for me. I'm gonna do the do back for me. But I'll come back with something else for you guys later. But for now, I'm like, I'm gonna be a collector this week. I'm gonna enjoy my do back, and then I'll get back to content creation.
I'm glad you got that because I'm glad. I just think that's one of those figures I could see just being harder to get. It's already kind of like pricey, but sometimes that stuff kind of comes back down. And, you can find it, but I don't know if that's gonna be one of those items. So I'm just glad you secured it.
Yeah, time will tell. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. The second like I pulled the trigger, I was just like, I'm really gonna get this thing. And honestly, I was so excited. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, hell yes, I'm gonna freaking get this due back. It's gonna be great. And yeah, now that it's happening, I can't wait for this thing to get here. I think I might take Friday off. Just wait for the UPS guy to come by my house.
Brick,
come at like 5. You're like, oh
yeah, right, exactly.
Brick, have you seen mine yet? In person?
No, in person, no.
Not yet.
You would never know these two lived right across the street from each other.
Oh, he was over just like a couple weeks ago, I think. But yeah, didn't have the do back yet.
I would envision your house being like a sitcom where that door is always open. It's never unlocked.
Yeah, people just walk in.
If we didn't
Rick
have
just walks in
families with little
raise your
kids,
fridge
I
or
think we
something.
would be at each other's houses all the time.
Yeah.
So,
What's that? I'm sorry.
if we didn't have like little families with little kids, I think we would be at each other's houses all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't want the kids together because then they just gripe and
They're animals.
they're animals
Wild
or
animals.
they're
They get
loud
feral.
or they
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe when they're older. But needless to say, guys, great show. A lot of fun. A lot of hot takes, like usual over here. And the chat, this whole ranking thing seems to get the chat really.
X-Man looks
pumped
like he's going to finish as number 1 tonight. So
Wow.
102 goes to X-Man.
up. Should we
Hey,
go on for another 10 minutes and let them duke it out for a little bit longer? What do we do here? This is new to me.
I think in the future that should be how we give away prizes.
Ooh, that
That'd be
sounds
fun.
like a nifty idea.
That's a great idea, Brick.
Thank you.
The only problem is it seems like it takes a little bit to
To
update.
register.
You never
Yeah.
really know, but I guess, hey, when you end the show,
Yeah.
whoever's number 1.
Yep.
And also, Jose says X-Man cheated, so we
I have a feeling
to
if you leave,
prove that.
you lose your ranking or something.
Yeah, let me,
That's possible.
let me see here.
Boy, Valkyrie had 2 super chats. I don't even know where he's
Yeah,
at
well-
anymore.
So the top 3 is Clinton, Jose, and X-Man. I would think, because it says if you super chat, I would
think
think
it's
that
'cause
would
he
really
left.
give you a leg up.
Right? That should be like a 10-point boost over everybody else or something. I don't know.
And this
Whatever,
doesn't even
YouTube's
let me,
gotta figure it out.
scroll down.
I
Phil
think
Burns,
Jose and X-Men are like
Warren
fighting it
today.
out for 1 and 2 right now. Those two just having a battle in there. That's hilarious. This is Hunger Games for YouTube. It really is.
Yeah.
Who is the truest Wolfpack fan of them all?
Right.
Jose is fighting. fighting hard. He's just putting whatever in the chat.
Dude,
now.
Jose has been
another comment in there.
just on fire all night. So I appreciate Jose just being
Yeah, shout out to you guys in the chat. Like that, I'm glad that you two that's a cool idea because that gives you guys just another reason to be in here having fun. So yeah, I hope we entertained you until next week. And also we will try our best to entertain you again. Brick will 100% come back with yet another hot take about something. And maybe, just maybe, there might be an episode where Brick might actually say, without hesitation, it's a good figure. Don't hold your breath, but it might happen. Might happen. You heard it here first.
Now they're just spamming the chat.
Yes, they are. They're just like.
But
wow.
anyways, as it goes for me, you guys know I'll be here every Wednesday. I don't know what kind of video I'm coming out with this week, but I'll try to think of something. So that usually hits Fridays. But appreciate you guys all watching. This was a lot of fun. Like every other week that we do this. So appreciate Brick, DLO taking the time to just make this what it is. It's a community channel for the community. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We will be back next week, the week after. I'm on vacation, so we're actually going to take a week off after that. But we'll be back next week. Brick has his show, his birthday bash this Saturday. So make sure you guys support him there. And until next time, stay safe out there. See you soon. Too sweet. Wolfpack out. Like your mama.
Brick, hey.